right, guys. Hello, everyone. I see Catsiel, Justin, Legolas, Robbie, James. How we doing, guys? Good to see all of you in chat here. Cheers. Oh, man. Sean Brewer, how we doing, my friend? How we doing, guys? Andrew, we here. Let's go. Swept Yeti, guys. Hello, hello. Awesome to see all of you. Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for this stream. It's gonna be a lot of roster reviews. Got to make sure that I stay well hydrated here today. Got to make sure I'm hydrated. Definitely gonna be a couple sodas consumed tonight. Got plenty of roster reviews lined up and some other fun stuff. So we'll wait. I'll give it another minute here before I get into my first couple of reviews that I've got lined up. Again, I am going to pin the, again, for those of you who, maybe this is, like, if you're not aware of, just what this is the roster review live stream supporting the pediatric center that my daughter attends. I'm going to be pinning that link just in the messages here. Let's do this. Pin that message. Again, we are trying to raise money to support the Pediatric Center. Thank you for all those who have donated so far. We've raised more money than I thought we would have, so I cannot thank everybody enough for their generosity. It's been awesome to see this. A place that, truly deserves it. So, yeah, guys, this is awesome. Raising this money for a cause like that. It's like I've been getting emotional all day just looking at stuff, so really cannot thank everybody for that. So I've got a lot of reviews to get to here tonight. Obviously, channel members, you guys drop your codes, you know the drill. And then, obviously, if you've donated, I think a couple of you have reached out to me already, so can make sure I get those out of the way here. So I'm just going to start this off with, we're going to go with, Tesseract. I know you are here, so I'm going to start with Tesseract, and then I am going to go to Stube after that. So Tesseract, I believe you are here. We've got right up there. There it is. Oops. Let's copy that. Let's get into our roster reviews here, guys. And then I do have a special surprise for everybody. So you guys got to let me know. I'll put a poll of how many roster reviews before we, what's it called? Till I perform my special surprise for everyone. Stop. That's not what I want. I want 1, 2, let's do like 4 and like 6. All right, you guys let me know here. All right. You guys let me know the poll. Let's get in here. I believe this was the right order. Yep. All right, Robbie, we got yours coming up here. There we go. All right, so Zeta is an Omicron priority. When do I unlock Padme and Jedi Knight Revan? All right, buddy, let's get into this. Okay, first priority. All right, so you've got, okay, got all the Zetas here. Okay, that's right. Resistance, we are missing some Zetas on. All right, jeez, Clocky, man. What? Oh, my gosh, dude. Oh, my gosh, Clocky. Oh, my gosh. Dude, you go crazy every stream, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Man. Yeah. Thanks, man. Jeez. You guys are, you guys are way too kind right now. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. guys are just like, yeah. So, yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you, yeah. Means it really means a lot because, you know, that's the money that, you know, we're sending into Schreiber. So Robbie, back to your account here. So if I can focus now. What I would say here is if you want the first Zeta I would do, if you're thinking of more Zetas for your resistance, I would start with Finn. And then I would move to Zori. If you want a really solid resistance team, if that's kind of your plan with Zetas, because you've got all these really good characters here. Like, you have a team, if you get Finn to Zeta, and then you do Zori, and I would honestly say both of Zori's, but for you, I would prioritize the Omicron first for Grand Arena. Then, if you get both of hers, then you could give each of the resistance heroes their Zeta, and now you've got, like, a phenomenal team. Like, you'd really, really have a phenomenal team. Like, that, it would just be unbelievably amazing. So that would be a big thing for you to do. So I would definitely recommend some Zetas there, only because it's such a solid team, and you'll want to kind of capitalize on that, particularly because they're your first two Galactic Legends, right? Like, you've got Rey, you've got Kylo, so you can spend some time doing those things. So Padme is the next question. So with Padme, where I'd be hesitant with Padme is needing the Zetas for Ahsoka, General Kenobi, Anakin, and herself. So you'd need a lot of Zetas there. Where I think, and that's just my one hesitation with that. Now, if we went to your Old Republic, you could get this done with far less gear invested to get, like, Jedi Knight Revan. And at least with Jedi Knight Revan, you know, again, it's still a lot of Zetas for him and then, like, Jolie. So, like, those are some very Zeta-intensive farms that you would be thinking of. And you just hit Starkiller too. So, yeah, okay, so Starkiller's gonna be so you don't have any of Starkiller's Zetas. Oof. I would say he definitely get Starkiller Zeta first. Before we do anything else, get Starkiller Zeta. That's gonna be your biggest boost. So Starkiller Zeta, then I'd work on your resistance ones. So then from here, this is where I'm hesitant saying Old Republic for Jedi Knight Revan and Galactic Republic for Padme, simply because I feel you're so far from, like, the amount of Zetas you need to make those teams work, because they're Zeta intensive teams, and we're gonna have a tough time with Zeta intensive teams. So, the other thing we can start thinking about here, and let me think, let me look at this here. The other thing we can start to think about is maybe some Rebels for either Leia or Jedi Knight Luke. Because I think moving on to Jedi Knight Luke and then Jabba or Leia would be a much smarter use of your Zetas. Because you think you need, what? One Zeta for Light Leia, one for Lando, and one for Chrysanthemum. So there's 3 Zetas there, and then maybe a 4th for Embo. So 4 Zetas, and then the 10 for Jabba, or the 6 for Jabba. So 10 total Zetas there. You think on the Padme team alone, you're looking at 2 for Padme, 1 for Ahsoka, 1 for Anakin, 1 for GK. So right there, that's what? 5 Zetas. So you're spending, you're not going to get as much out of the Zetas on your Padme team and Jedi Knight Revan team as you would like investing in a Jabba. So I think going Jedi Knight Luke and into Jabba, I think we ignore Padme and Jedi Knight Revan for the time being, but I ignore them only for the sake of Zetas. If you started throwing a little bit of gear on a Jedi Knight Revan, even without relic levels, I still think you would have a very solid team. That you could at least put it at your GP. If you threw that on a back wall, it's going to be just as good as some teams that might have relics on them, like some Ewok squads that people are going to be having. So I 1000% think that if you switch over to that Jedi Knight, or to Jedi Knight Luke, start focusing there, you'll be in really, really good shape. Because I don't think, I think you're going to be in too much of a Zeta crunch for a while. That trying to aim for some of these bigger things where you probably already have stuff invested in is going to be your best bet. So that's what I would do. Otherwise, for ships, I know we've been looking at this a little bit. I would say if you could focus a little bit of time, finish off your Separatist ships, that would be really good. Get a really good Separatist fleet. You've got your Executor. And as you just continue to relic the rest of your teams, you'll do some really good things. So, and now would be a good time too. I'm just looking, because you bought that like pack. Maybe invest some resources into the Outrider. Because you've got, like, I'm looking at your Rebels. You've got a pretty solid Rebel fleet that you can build now if you use that Outrider. So I think you could really do some good stuff here with your Rebels if you invest a little bit here too. So that's the review, Robbie. I think we just go straight for Jedi Knight Luke into Jabba and ignore the, ignore that. But Zeta-wise, I think we're spot on in the, let's get Starkiller first. That's got to be the first Zeta. Just get his Zeta. It'll be important. Then, if you want to start thinking about some of your resistance, you'd have to go Finn and then Zori. But be careful, because we do want to start, you do need to start thinking about Jabba. So that's just the one thing to keep in mind. So I'd maybe go Finn, do the double on Zori, and leave it go. That would be that's the idea there. So, yeah, man, good stuff. All right. So DRX, I do see you. So Swinny 08, I've got you. So Swinny, what I'm gonna do here, I'm writing some stuff down. So we're gonna do DRX here, and then it's Stoob. And then we'll get Swinny. And then if I see, Clokey, if you want one, whatever you want, you tell me what you want. And then we've got, if I see New York Jets, if you are in here. So yeah, guys, if any of these guys are in there, if you've made a donation for Schreiber, please let me know. Trying to get those out of the way here. I've got kind of an order in mind, and then we'll start getting into some of these other ones here that I saw. So let's make sure that we're trying to stay as much as we can. Okay, did that. All right, so let's get into DRX here. Let's see. All right, we got Exonics here. Let's grab that code. And guys, just I'm gonna plug this here now in the members only section of the Discord. There's a section where you can like post your ally code with your in-game name. So I can normally, if you're a channel member and you link your Discord to YouTube, if you link them together, you'll automatically get into that section, and it's been really helpful for me to be able to grab reviews from. So, definitely on there. Okay, and then I see, all right, and I got New York Jets here as well, so I got his code. Awesome. All right, so let's get into Exonics here first, because he is in Poland, so I want to get that. I want to get him so he can go to bed. So, all right, so we've got Jabba and Sith Eternal here. This is the code, right? DRX, is this the code you were thinking of? I just want to make sure I'm in the right roster. She said, check Rebels for a surprise. How big of a surprise? Let's see. Okay, I'm looking here. What level of surprise? You said check Rebels for surprise. Relic 8. Relic 1. What am I? Is it something? Is it something very obvious? How obvious? What's this? Okay, so I'm trying to remember this account. That's the problem. Fully zated CLS team. Oh, okay. Oh, almost 2 JML. Okay. So you got Relic 1. So this is the problem. Like, I can't tell, like, how close, if it'd be, like, JML or Leia, because they overlap way too much. That's why. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so Relic 3 on Wedge. We'll get R2 to Relic 7. And then we need 5, 5, 5. Done, done, done. Done and done. We need Princess Leia. She's done. Okay, how's the, trying to think. I know there's some others in here. He's done. Awesome. Luke's done. And then, beautiful. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Oh. So what are the Jedi then? So you'll get Jedi Knight Luke, Hermit Yoda, Old Ben, JML, and then we'll add Jedi Knight Revan in there. So that'll be the team there. Gotta add Jedi Knight Revan in there. And that saves your Jedi Knight Anakin for Qui-Gon Jinn, which is what we want. That's perfect. Okay. Let's see. So then from there, are you going to... Are you thinking Rey, or are you thinking Kylo next? Because you have Finalizer at 4-star. So you're going to have Finalizer soon. Yeah, so you have Finalizer soon. And you've got the Zetas on the ones you need, which is even better. So you're going to get JML, and then you'll directly get into Kylo, and then you're not going to be a million miles away from Rey, right? Like, you're not that far away from Rey. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so, all right. Okay. I like it. I like it for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any problem with that. JML, Kylo, could get into Rey. Jeez, man, yeah. Thank you so much, man. That is so generous. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. It means a lot, guys. It really does. To tell you guys how much it helps, just to show this. Sorry, DRX, I got to take a quick pause here just to explain this right here. So, like, a $10 thing can, they say it's like to help play putty for a child who has cerebral palsy learning to grip, right? $75 covers the Medicare funding gap for a single therapy session. And then you think like they will use these iPads. My daughter actually had one where it helps a nonverbal child communicate. That's $1,000. And so far, our goal, we've raised $940 so far that our family has raised. So guys, like, just, if you have, like, this is unbelievable. $940 is just, it's way more than I thought we could have raised so far. So it's unbelievable. It really is. We are, my wife, I really was hoping Harper could have stayed up so that she could have been on stream to thank all of you. From the bottom of our hearts, we do really appreciate this extra give day. This is something that's just so important to us. Yeah, wow. So then you said check your Leia Rex. Sorry, I'm like jumping back and forth. I got squirrel mentality right now. Yeah, so that's the thing with JML. You're gonna go like right into Leia because you need 5, 5. That's done. 7, 7. That'll go to 8. So you're not horridly far from Leia either. So is that like your plan? I think, are you gonna get 6 Galactic Legends that soon? Like you'll get a bunch of GL. Like that'll be insane. Leia, JML, yeah. I love that. This is awesome. This is really, really cool. I really like this. You can donate through, guys, so you can donate through the super chat, or I'll just take like the money from super chats and make sure that it gets to where it needs to be. Or I did pin in the description, there's a link to the extra give that you can go ahead and go right through there. So whether it's through super chat, if that's where you're comfortable, or there's a link to the extra give website that you can go ahead, click that, and that will take you right to there and you can make your donation there. And if you donate through the extra give and you're like, well, Phil, how will you know? You can go, if you join the Discord server, again, that's always linked to everything I do. Join the Discord server and you can just send me, you don't need to show me how much. It's not about how much. It's just, you know, that we're just, you know, if every one of my subscribers gave $1, I would have raised $6,000. Like that's just how, you know, $1 can change, you know, lives. But, you know, if you go in there, you can just take a screenshot of like the top part of the confirmation email and I can get you on the list for roster reviews. So I'm going to have to like keep pumping these out tonight here. All right, DRX, yeah, so close to Leia, close to JML, close to everything. I mean, so the only thing I'd be careful with is Zetas. Because you're going to have to be super careful with your Zetas moving forward. Because you're going to run out for sure. Yeah, like, I would avoid any Zeta intensive teams if you're going to invest more resources into something. Like, the amount of Zetas your Inquisitors need is crazy. I wouldn't hate Profundity, except that you need the double Zeta and Omicron on Admiral Radis. So that's the other side of that. Like, you need his Zetas and stuff to get the most out of that ship. So yeah, I mean, I don't hate where you've invested your Zetas. I think you've been really good there. So it all just comes down to, you know, how intensive you want to be with saving Zetas. But otherwise, I really do like this. I really do like what you're doing. Like this is exactly why those Lightspeed bundles are so crazy, is because an account like yours is going to go from 2 Galactic Legends to, like, 2024 is going to be a very transformative year for your account. Probably going to get, like, you know, how many crazy amounts of, crazy amount of Galactic Legends and just, like, continuing to move up. So, yeah, I really think this is incredible. Really think this is incredible. Jeez, dang, man. What? Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. I need to stop for a soda. DRX, my friend, let me know if you have another question, but I'm going to go get a soda. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next review. Dank. Thank you so much. Let's make sure we get you a... Dank, let's make sure we get you on that review list, my friend. Let's make sure we get you on that review list. All right, DRX. So, yeah, I think you definitely get JML. Of all the GLs, I think you get your JML first. Yeah, so okay, so yeah. DRX, here's what I'm gonna finish with. Because you have a lot going on, and it's a good thing and a bad thing because you could get sidetracked. But I think you get your JML, you get your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and then I think what you focus on is finishing the relics for Rey, finishing your ships and relics for Rey, while farming the marquees for Leia. I think if you do that, you'll get there faster. I think at the end of the day, you'll get there faster. So that's going to be the advice. That's going to be the review right there. I think JML Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, start looking at Rey, and then I think you will be able to get Rey faster. Even with your ships where they're at, I think you'd still be able to get there. Because, so you need, oh, maybe not. Because you need this at 7-star. You don't have, ooh, yeah. Okay, hold on. I would say skipping Rey for a little bit. Skip Rey and just go into Leia then. Yeah, if you don't have those ships, I'd start farming your ships for Rey. Start farming the marquees for Leia now. And, you know, worry about Rey later. I think we worry about Rey later. That's going to be the end of it. That's what we're going to do. Alright, so the next review I'm going to get to, guys, is Stoob. So Stoob is not on, he's not able to be on stream, but I told him I would do him and do his review. I'd do his review in the beginning here. He messaged me earlier. He sent me confirmation of his donation. So we've got Stoob up here, 7 million. AXM Hypernova. Let's get into the account here. So he, what he said to me, he said something, it was actually really good. He gave me some good insight here. So he said, this was his main account. The fleet chart is September of 2018. He stopped in 2021 and he got a bigger account. And he only just came back before the Lightspeed bundles and he got Rey. Right? So he bought the Lightspeed bundle to get Galactic Legends Rey. I don't think he's unlocked her yet. Oh, yeah, he does. So he's got her unlocked. Only 3 Zetas, so he's still got a way to go here. And so what he asked was, he's focused on building for GAC right now. So he wants to focus on building Rey first. That's going to be his major goal. Then he wants to, he's thinking about finishing Sith Eternal. So here's what I would say. I would definitely finish Rey. I would 1000% finish Rey. But instead of finishing Sith Eternal, because even though you are very close to getting Sith Eternal over and done with, so, you know, once we can get, if we can get Sith Eternal over and done with, the problem I have with that is the Zetas required here are a lot. He would need, or like, I shouldn't say the Zetas, sorry. The issue I'd have with the Sith Eternal is that those relics are going on to characters that aren't going to benefit your account right now. So, that's the big thing for me, is that the relics that Stoob would be putting on are not going to benefit his account in the current moment, right? In the current time, they're not going to help. Whereas maybe going into and investing those relics into some of these other characters, going for, say, Leia Organa, will be far more helpful to him. Even though it will be a longer process to get Leia, I think overall it will be a far more successful experience of, like, working on that. So I would 100% be focused on Leia once we get Rey done. As much as Sith Eternal can be, like, decent, I feel at the galactic power you're at, Sith Eternal would just kind of be this stopgap where getting Leia a little bit earlier will far more benefit you. And I say Leia because I think you're pretty far from the Hutt cartel, that it just makes a lot more sense to, what's it called? Like, I think it makes a lot more sense to invest those things into Leia, where you've already got a lot of the characters I'm looking, you've got them all at 5-star at least. I can't even see the extra ones. You've got Zetas invested into the big ones, so you could make that toxic Leia team really, really good. So I really like that idea. So, because I think that would be another one. And then I'd say the other thing you could focus on is I saw you have Treya, Scion, Nihilus, all with Zetas on them. So, because you're in this position with Rey, where you don't even have all the Zetas on Rey, and then you're trying to get into these other things, if you go ahead and you build up like your Sith trio here, you get them to relic levels, those are relics that you can build up your Zeta stockpile again while working on them. They're a fantastic team for GAC, fantastic team for Conquest. They just really, really make a big difference. So I really think that would be like where I would be heading with this account, is trying to boost up some of those things that you can do. Because I'm just looking through. I'd say the other thing, Stoob, if I'm just looking through here, like some Dark Trooper relic or Moff Gideon relic, those would be some really good things. But otherwise, I really like this. I'm glad that you're playing on this account again, because I think it's going to surprise a lot of players. The one area you did say you hadn't been playing as much at Conquest, so that would be a big thing. But I think if we can get you Rey, you can start working on your Leia, and in that meantime, kind of filling out some of these other characters to relic levels while you farm the shards. I think you'd be in good shape. I'd just be focusing on relicking the characters that you've got Zetas equipped on first that will make larger impacts to your account. Ships-wise, I think from what we discussed and looked at, I don't think you're in a position to do ships right now. With a ship shard of 2018, you've probably got a lot of Leviathan in there now. And then the other side of this is that your profundity is going to need a lot of Zetas and relics to really get the most out of that ship. Not that it would be a horrible ship, but I definitely think that it's, that we could use a lot more there. So I would say right now, focusing Zetas and relics elsewhere is the best bet to sort of catch you up on characters a little bit, and then we can start worrying about the ships. So that's the review, Stoob. Hopefully you like that. Hopefully you can see where I'm coming from, trying to prioritize using the limited resources you're going to have with Zetas to get the maximum effect out of your roster. So that's the review, man. Thank you so much for your donation. I hope you appreciate the review, my friend. All right, wow. Jack Vinyl. Oh, my gosh, man. Dude, come on. Oh, my gosh. You guys are incredible. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Buttons in chat. Oh, my gosh. This is unbelievable how much we've been able to raise for Schreiber. Hold on. I've got to message my wife real quick. Got to give her the updated thing here. I know, guys. This is an unbelievable live stream, and this is all just so we're clear. Like, I literally just texted my wife to say, "Hey, I need you to, go make another donation for us," because that's what we're trying to do. I'm just trying to raise money for my daughter here. All right, Jack. So I've got Jack coming up here. I've got New York Jets on the list here. So we're going to do New York Jets. Jack, if you have an ally code, drop it, and I will make sure I write it down here. I'm trying to write down anybody's codes that I do not have. So trying to get all of that rocking and rolling here. So let's get into who did I say next? I know I had them. New York Jets. There we are. Jets, are you in a stream here? I want to make sure I'm doing this account while they're I think they should be. Jack, man, that was just way too... X-Wing is here. Okay, X-Wing, can you drop your ally code? Oh, perfect. Awesome. All right, X-Wing. That's perfect. There we go. I got it. I think I got it up. This is the account, right? 7 million with Jedi Master Luke. Cal Kestis, Seer. Oh my gosh. Dude. So, oh my gosh. You're one of these people. I mean, I can't say I don't like it. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure we get this money into Schreiber. Yeah, dude, yeah, getting into it, so if you're in a rhodium and, like, getting overwhelmed, that's not surprising. That's not surprising. But I'm looking, like, I love, like, so, yeah, I mean, at the GP you're at, you're going to see a lot more accounts like that. But having the Seer Malicos team, having Jedi Master Luke, so where you're going to be at now... So, I'd say, did you get or, like, how close are you to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren? So, you are, like, knocking on the door of Kylo. We're knocking on the door, right? You need a few more things, a few more things there. Let's see here. And then, did you get the Resistance one, too? Oh my gosh, okay, we got the Resistance one, too. So, where are you in relation to Zetas? You got the Rey, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, close to both, but Rey first. Okay, you skipped Starkiller. Alright, sorry guys, I'm getting hot. Gotta rip off the flannel here. Okay. Oh my gosh, Jack. Oh my gosh, Jack. What is... I can't keep up, guys. I cannot keep up. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Okay. I gotta catch my bearings here for a second. Jack's about to reach the Hall of Fame. Well, I can tell you, Jack, that the special surprises for people like you and mine. Special surprises for people like you and mine. All right. Oh my gosh, this is just this is a crazy stream. Andrew, not a lot of broke college kid. Yes, you can, dude. That money will help. I promise you it will, Andrew. So, I'm just looking at this, and you're going to be short on Zetas, right, as, like, everybody is. But you said Rey first, which is the smart decision, because you're going to have a Zori team that's going to be capable. So, yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable right there. I really like that. So, if we do that, get Zori, she's done. You won't need any other Zetas for the event, most likely. Because as long as you have them for Rey. So that will be the big thing to start saving for. So then, Kylo comes next. Again, another massive Zeta kind of, gotta go crazy for Zetas. From there, though, right, you've got some, like, from there, where I would head to is some of these characters like your Padme, Palpatine, Traya, Zam, Greef, Veers, Mara, Jade, even these characters where, specifically where like you can be, like where you've got Zetas invested, so relics make a difference. Those would be the characters I'd be paying attention to in between some of these things. That if you're kind of like, I can't get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren yet because I don't have Zetas saved up, don't feel like investing relics into a Padme, Trey, a Palpatine, some of these other characters is a bad idea. I think that could be really, really solid. I think a lot of accounts are going to benefit from finding some of these characters like this who taking them to relics will make a significant difference in their account. I mean, you've got the Zam Omicron even here too, so by investing some relics into her, you're getting even more out of that Omicron. So I think still go try and get Rey, and throw all the Zetas on her, and then see where you're at with Zetas, and then as you're getting closer to having the Zetas stockpiled to be able to complete the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren event, because you probably, realistically, you're going to need more Zetas on your First Order characters, particularly like General Hux. You'll want that Zeta. But I think overall, getting this one, then kind of seeing some of these other characters that you had at Gear 12 with the Zetas equipped, that's where I would start heading next. But yeah, man, I like that. I'm just shocked where these Lightspeed bundles on accounts like this is what is so crazy. Oh my gosh. Jack, man, what in... That is... Jack gets to decide what I do the rest of stream. Jack gets to decide whatever I do in stream. Jack, I can't... The people at Schreiber will be, like, over the moon with, you know, you guys. Like, I'm over the moon with you guys, you know? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna have to spend all weekend making a new graphic. I have to spend all weekend making a new graphic. Oh yeah, he's gonna get his own graphic. Thank you so much, Jack. I really appreciate it. We like it. Really do. Yeah, we really do. Yeah. Thanks. I'm glad you like the shirt. I got it when I bought at the same place I bought my. I don't know if I showed you guys this. Sorry, but did I show you guys this? This was a. I don't know if everybody can see this poster of there was this antique market. That's where my wife got that Wampa doll, the Wampa set. So she got that. I found this. I found this other. I posted them in the Discord. This Darth Vader graphic. It's really, really cool. You guys will have to go in the Discord. I'll have to share it again. But all that said, New York Jets. I know I keep getting distracted. I'm sorry. It's been this stream is so crazy. I'm not good enough at this stuff yet. I really, really think that you get your Galactic Legend. Start focusing some relics on the characters you have Zetas invested in already, and then move on to the next GL. Kind of take that break, do a little bit of things that aren't a Galactic Legend while you hoard up the Zetas, because I don't think gear will be your problem moving forward Zetas will. So you need to kind of marry up this, you know, you think of the balance of your roster where, like, you always had this, you know, amount of Zetas that you couldn't equip because you didn't have the gear, and then that Lightspeed bundle kind of switched it. So now you're going to have to react to that and start pretending that, okay, I've got all this gear that I need to be using on characters who have the Zetas, so then you can kind of reach this parity point. So that's where I would be heading here, getting some of these characters to relic levels while focusing on, as soon as you're ready for Kylo, as soon as you've got the Zetas you need for that event, go ahead and smash it, get him, and keep moving on, man. This is really good. I mean, you've got your work cut out for you. That is a really, really good account. Well done, my friend. Well done. Yeah, wow. Okay. So, we got you. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we got 1, 2. I can't even count. Okay, I've done 4 reviews. It looks like I need to do 6. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let Jack decide. Jack, you get the final say here. Do I do the surprise now, or do I do 2 more reviews and then do the surprise? You tell me. You tell me. Do we move on to Swinny right now? Or am I going to, or do you want me to do the surprise now? You tell me what you want. Because I've got a surprise. I've had a surprise plan for this. I've got a surprise planned. So you guys tell me. And by you guys, I mean Jack. You tell me what you want to do. If Jack is still here. Make sure everybody likes this stream too. Let's blow this up. 2 reviews, then surprise. The man has spoken. The man has spoken. He said 2 reviews, then the surprise. All right, there's a lot of stuff in here. Let's get to Swinny here. All right, let's grab that code. Hey, oh, dude. X-Wing, my friend. Oh, my gosh. You guys, this is too much. Thank you. Thank you all. So, Swinny, you got all the Lightspeed bundles except Starkiller. My account got seriously rushed. I'm super Zeta poor. I'm not sure what comes after I finish Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Also, I've got Crazy Phoenix. Okay. So. Oh my gosh. So. Let's get Rey. Let's focus on her Zetas first. Focus on her Zetas first. We've got to get those taken care of because you've got her, right? You know, you have one in the hand. We got to get the one in the hand first. So worry about Rey, right? What I would be doing right now is I would hold off on investing any more relics into your first order yet. And what I would start doing is just saving Zetas. Because, again, you're in this position where you're just going to need more and more Zetas, right? That, like, if you go, you get Rey, you're going to throw your next 5 Zetas you get on her. Right? So, like, if your next 5 Zetas are going on Rey, which means that whatever resources you start putting into other things, you're not going to have, you know, if you follow my logic there, that like if you start throwing these relic levels and getting done with your first order, but don't have any Zetas on them, it's not going to be a big deal. So I would say that what you want to do is focus on your Rey. And then again, like Commander Luke, Traya, Padme, 3PO, Grief, our King, those are the characters, like some of these Gear 12 characters, this is where I'd start investing your resources into. Getting some of those guys to relic levels will be far superior for you than trying to, because you've got Zetas equipped there, right? You gotta match this. I think it's going to be too hard for a lot of you. Like if you had 6 Zetas on Rey, I'd tell you to go right for Kylo. But you're still at a 5 Zeta deficit before you could even think about starting the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren farm, and then you'd still be at another Zeta deficit. So I think it's so much better if we go ahead and start getting your Rey, and then just start building those other things. Start relicking those things that you've invested those relics into, because at that point, it doesn't matter, right? Like, at that point, your roster gets even more ridiculous. You know, you put that Wampa up to relics and you get him good, I mean, that's beating Star Killer in Grand Arenas. I mean, that's what I use mine for. You know, CLS team does some amazing things, right? You could think about, like, your characters like Range Trooper, who doesn't need any Zetas. That's a brilliant relic. So I would be looking into some of those characters and saving the Zetas. And the Zetas you need to save, you got to think, you get 5 on Rey, right? Got to do the 5 on Rey. Then I would save 6 Zetas. Those go to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Then you need 1 on Kylo Ren on Mass Unique, 1 on General Hux, and then you could even start thinking about trying the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren event. That's just the way I look at it. If you want to unlock Kylo with 6 Zetas. If you don't care about unlocking Kylo with 6 Zetas, throw a bunch on your first order and then unlock Kylo and do what you can. But overall, man, I mean, these Lightspeed bundles, I mean, I've loved doing reviews post Lightspeed bundles, because you see stuff like this and it's just crazy, right? We definitely need to work on the mods for Rey. Definitely need to work on those Swinny. But, like, it's hard for me to say, hey, you know, go Rey, go Kylo, because I think you should do some of these other things, right? Get some of these other Gear 12 characters, our King, the CLS team, Traya, and Padme. If you can get them to relic levels, I think you'll be in good shape in terms of having some really solid teams, and that you can start saving Zetas because you've equipped them already. Even like Dark Trooper, Range Trooper, those would be 2 other really good examples. And then the Phoenix, I mean, I love it. I love this. The only thing I would say, my only critique, is I would prefer relics on Chopper over Zeb. But that's just me, right? That's just me. But, I mean, my Phoenix aren't this good. You know, mine are not this good at all. So, I don't mind it. And, yeah, man, I mean, mods are going to be tough for a lot of people. Until you get Jabba, mods get really tough. That's just the nature of the beast right now. Like, those aren't bad mods right there. Like, are you saying your mods in general or your mods on your Phoenix? Because it's all just, it's all relative, right? Like, I mean, she could use a mod up here for sure. But it's definitely like your mods will only get better as you get, the longer you're in the game. Like, that's a good mod there. That's a good mod there. That's a good mod there. That's okay. There's no offense percent. That's an okay mod, no offense percent. That's a good mod. So you've got some really good ones. Yeah, your Rey definitely needs some work on her mods. But again, what can you expect at this point, right? Having 1 Zeta on her, I mean, you know, we'll get there, right? You'll get there. You'll find the right mods for her. I mean, we definitely don't want stuff like that. But, you know, you'll find the mods that work for her. This is solid, you know, health percent there. So overall, man, I think we got to just start focusing on the we got to start focusing on the right things. And the right things are going to be characters that you've invested your Zetas into, or ones that don't need, you know, that invest the gear in the characters you have Zeted, or invest stuff into characters that, you know, you don't need the Zeta, like a Dark Trooper and a Ranged Trooper. That would be my advice until you can build up Zetas again for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Because, I mean, I'm just going to look at your ships real quick, but I think Executor, yeah. Like, we're not close to Profundity or Leviathan yet, so I think Executor's going to see you out for a while, which is fine, right? Maybe start kind of going for some, some of these other ships to kind of build out your fleets, whether it's the Negotiator or maybe even start thinking about Malevolence. Like, I definitely think that could be a really good thing. But, yeah, man, I like it. All right, so I see Matthew with another $5. Parker Dean, wish I could do more, but you're, hey, dude, poor college student. Guys, it all goes to help, right? This all goes to help. Like I said, $1 from every single one of my subscribers, and, you know, it could be life-changing money for somebody attending Schreiber. I can tell you that. From, like, what I've seen there, it's unbelievable, the progress. I really wanted my daughter to be on stream just so you guys could hear her. But, you know, unfortunately she fell asleep. But she is, like, I mean, she calls me a nerd, which is really funny. So next I've got a bunch of people. So we've got a bunch more here. So I have Sean Brewer. So here's what I'm going to do. So Sean Brewer will do next. And then I've got I mean, Flynn, you could try and dump it and hope, but, like, I'm, like, so far behind already on, like, super chats and donations alone. So I've got to get through, so I'm going to do Sean Brewer here, and then I got to do Parker. I've got to do Teacher Man. So I've got a bunch of you guys that I've got to get to here. So strap yourselves in. So let's get Sean Brewer. Sean, I know you just got gifted the channel memberships, but you were like the fourth person on stream. So let's get in here. Do you know the one thing with these gifted memberships that do you know how much work I have to do in order to recreate my channel member cards? Oh, it takes so long. Oh, it takes forever. It's fun though. No, it's a good problem to have, guys. You all are. I've got to, you know, that's why I do it. I think, you know, it's important that, you know, I know some people they get annoyed when they're like, why do you always go over that? But I think it's important. You know, it's the way I show my appreciation to all of you. And obviously now, Jack, and, you know, Jack's got his own special title card that he's gonna get now. Just at the start of like every video for I don't know how long now that Jack's gonna get a special friggin' title card. All right, so we've got Sean's account here. Yeah, I mean, it's all donations. This whole stream is for donation. Yeah, the whole stream is. That's exactly what it's for. All right, Sean Angel, David, good to see you. So we've got, this is the Sith Eternal account, Sean, right? So we're going Sith Eternal here. Right, is that that's the plan? So if Sith Eternal's still the plan, so if you got Wampa to, okay, good. get the king there. We got to get that Zeta and Omicron on him eventually. The big thing here, I would also start considering maybe some relics on your Darth Malik eventually. Because Malik at relics causes so many problems. Really does. And the other thing too, like, you know, because at your GP, so I'm going to tell you this, at your GP for 3v3, what you could do is set like a Darth Revan, Sith Marauder, and HK-47 as one team, and then Palpatine, Bastila, and Malik is another really, really solid team that can cause people a lot of problems. So if you don't have, like I'm looking, like your Mara Jade, she's not worth throwing with your Palpatine right now. But if you did Papa Palp, Malik, and Basti, I guarantee you it will get you holds. That is an OG 3v3 team that used to cause people so many problems. It is a super annoying team. So I would 100% consider that as like a, hey, I would do that. So definitely something to consider. Keep that in mind as you're kind of working for your 3v3 stuff, that Palpatine, Malik, and Basti is a really good team. And you'll still get your Darth Revan, Sith Marauder, and HK, which is a solid enough team, right? That's a solid enough team that'll cause people problems as well. And you can even use it on offense and you'll still win. Relic Anakin, I love that. I love the Relic Anakin. The big thing with the Relic Anakin, if you could, it'll be with Relic Anakin, you'll probably have to use him with Jedi Knight Revan until you're ready to Zeta and Omicron your Qui-Gon. But Relic Anakin in a Jedi Knight Revan team is still really, really annoying to deal with. So I would think a lot of people would not like that. Otherwise, maybe start definitely thinking about getting that Admiral Piet going, and then right after Sith Eternal, I think we've got to get Executor. So I think you've got to get Executor right after your Sith Eternal. We've got to do that, right? It's crazy how many 3 and 2-star characters you have. All these different like marquee ones and stuff like that. But I would say big picture, Executor, and then like get your Sith Eternal, get Executor, and then once you get Executor, because it'll be a while for you to get Sith Eternal, it'll be a while for you to get Executor, take a deep breath, and then we can kind of figure out where to go from there. Because I think those will take you with probably the resources that you've got going on in there. I'd say Sith Eternal and Executor will get you through the next good bit of your roster's lifetime. So that's the review, man. Big thing coming out of this, obviously getting our king, throwing that Omicron and Zeta on him, but I think even, you know, good for you would be trying to run the Palpatine, Malik, Basti, Fallen in the upcoming 3v3 GAC will help you a good bit. But otherwise, man, keep pushing for your Sith Eternal. I know it's going to happen. All right, so that was number, I can't even do Roman numerals correctly, but that was number 6. So, coming up, we're going to take a quick break here. Not me moving away, but a quick break from roster review. So, coming up, I've got Parker Dean. We've got Matthew Gorlach. We've got Teacher Man. We've got Bescar Bandido. Yeah, Sean, getting a light side GL would be later right now. That would be definitely for later right now. Well, Swinny, I have a full, I feel bad, man. I've got a full ally list. Sorry, man. I've got a full ally list. Yeah, I always feel bad when I have to reject those, but at least I have a good reason for it. The ally list is full. So, that was the 6th review. I hope you all here, 40 of you that are live right now, right? You guys are going to get to witness what I've been kind of waiting here for. So, do you guys notice that my Scout Trooper happens to be at 7-star, right? So we can do that, right? We can kind of take him here. And then I can do that. And then I can do this, right? So now I can get him here. So we can do this. And you guys better get used to this kind of scene right here. Oh, it's not your fault, Swinny. You would have no idea that my ally list is full. So we can take some Scout Trooper here to Relic 3. Now, you guys might think, like, what's the big deal about relicking Scout Trooper? Well, hold on. You know, there's more to this surprise, right? We're going to keep going on this surprise. We're going to keep going on this surprise here. We're going to keep going on this surprise. Got to keep going here. All right. Oh, Andrew, I got you. Don't worry. All right, so Scout's Relic 7, right? Now, what's the big deal there? What's the big deal with Scout at Relic 7, guys? Hold on. Well, that's because we're going to be trying to start Leia tonight. Let's get you going, you going, you going, you going. Let's make sure I've got all the pieces I need. I should. Boom. Right, hold on. One more. One more is all I need. There it is. There it is. So now we can do this. Guys, I've been saving all of my stuff for this. Right? This is what I've been, you know, if you guys ever wonder why am I constantly hoarding? It's for situations like this, where I know I'm going to need to put out a stupid amount of relics. This is like, I have been waiting so long to do this. Yeah, this is, like, I realized the other day, I was like, I'm really close to Scout Trooper. I'm going to be behind on Zetas. I will be behind on Zetas on 1 for Leia. But I feel I can, you know, suffer through that. Yeah, we can chant Wampa. Look, ready? I'll get him out even. He's going to, look, see? I'll hold the Wampa while I do this. We got Wampa here. He's going to witness us. Yeah, guys, I'll have to make sure I try to stream when I unlock Leia. I'll make sure that I do that. I'll make sure I stream when I unlock Leia. Yeah, I love it, guys. I love it. Yeah, the Jing Jang berries. If somebody can show me Jing Jang berries in any Star Wars movie, I will, I don't know. If you can show me Jing Jang berries in a Star Wars movie, I will Relic 9 Leia. There you go. How about that? All right, and I think I need one more here. Look at that. Look at that. All right, and I've still got stuff left over. And now, right, you guys know what that means. Do we see? What does that mean? Well, I can do the first battle. We can do the first battle of the Leia event. I might need to, like, look at this. I might need to actually, like, pay attention here. Might need to, like, figure out, like, I don't know if there's any strategy to doing tier 1. I haven't looked into it yet. Battle details. Yeah, I don't need it. I don't know if I need to if there's any special modding I need to do or not. All right, hold on. I gotta do a little bit of research here. Gotta do a little bit of research here. Hold on. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna turn off my sound. Can you guys still hear me talk? Am I still talking right now? I'm trying to turn off my sound so I can just see if there's anything special I need to do. Hold on. Does Nooch have a guide on this? See Zareth? Come on, where's Nooch at? Oh, let's go to Gerbil. I'll give Gerbil some. We'll give Gerbil some love. Thumbs up button on that. All right, I just want to see how he's modded here. That's all I need to see is how he's modded. I don't even know if he changed his mods or not. Let's see. Okay, hold on. What's his mods? So he went in with full health. Okay. Alright, so I just have to like remod my R2-D2 completely. Yeah, Gerbil. Yeah, I'm using Gerbil. Massive shout out to the Gerbil here. I'm glad he's got this. Alright, so we're going to go in there. Let's just see. Alright. So we did that. We get Princess Leia loaned to us. So let's go here and let's give you, oh crap. Come on, R2. Let's go back out here for a second. Can I switch your mods? That's all I need you to do. All right. Oh, hold on. If the game gets laggy, I will back out. I am not above that. All right. Who has a ton of health and just health, but like enough speed that it's not atrocious? Should honestly just throw raise mods on R2-D2. I wonder what that would do. Hold on a second. Let's see if I throw raise. What do raise mods on R2-D2 do? 113,000 health. What do you guys think? Do I throw raise mods on R2-D2? Is this the play? Right? Or do we throw on Darth Malgus, just go straight health? Oh, that's I kind of like raise mods. What do you guys think? Do I just throw raise mods on here? Just be that guy? When I make my Leia guide, I'm gonna tell you to equip my raise mods on your R2-D2. Let's do this. All right, let's do that. Okay, let's see if there's any special strategy here. I'm gonna say that like I can probably just auto this if I could. So I'm gonna do. All right, we're gonna go in here. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna lead off with this because I want Leia under stealth to do that. Yep. And then we can throw burning out here. And let's just hit this officer. That's perfect. Okay, they're all going to do their thing. That's fine. Keep Leia just under stealth the whole time. Give me some foresight. Give me burning. There we go. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. Oh, I guess he just doesn't have any protection. That's why. Okay, I don't want to keep... I can't keep spamming the stealth because I need to kill these guys. Okay, that guy's stunned, so let's go for another one of these dudes. Can I stun you? Okay. Those exposes are killing me. I really don't like this. Okay, that guy's dead. Let's put both of us under stealth. Come on, R2. Okay, kill that guy. Keep going. Keep going, R2. Give me turn meter. And there we go. We're through. That's beautiful. Wow. Okay. Whew. That was a little bit dicey. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I like the... I don't know if I liked that modding or not. I don't know if I liked the health. Alright, guys. I want to try this one more time, and we'll get back into reviews. Yeah, put them both under stealth. I was thinking that, too. So, let's try another mod set here. Because here's my thought process, right? The issue was he has only, what? I mean, he barely had any protection. And those stormtroopers deal exposed damage. So they were able to eat through us super quickly. So I'm going to try another mod set here. I'm thinking of modding for protection. The other thing I'm thinking of is maybe do I just throw a bunch of potency on him? And just keep him, like, stunning people. What does Echo do? Protection. I've got health up there. Ooh, my Malik mod set would actually not be... it wouldn't be horrible. The only thing is my Malik mods do have a lot of health on them, too. Let's see what Malik's mods do to him. Where the heck is Darth Malik at? Let's see what these do. So Malik gives him 90k health, 76 protection. Okay. And what if I did like... What do these do? Yeah, less protection, a lot more speed, a lot more potency, but survivability's taking a hit. Or do I just keep it like this for another try? And, because I'm trying to think, like, what is... Let me just see what Malik's do again. I felt like it just wasn't enough of what I wanted. It does give me more overall survivability. Go from 150 to 170. More speed. Less offense, though. Let's try Malik's mod set. We'll try Malik's mods. We'll see how Malik's do here. And then, if I drop tickets, I drop tickets. It's not the worst thing in the world. Alright. Let's go here, and then we'll get back into roster reviews. Trying this for science. All right, I do want to start with myself with him under stealth again, though. I do like that because I want to be able to spam this with Leia. All right, now let's get one of these stormtroopers. There we go. That's a good stun. Yep, keep going there. Yep. There we go. See if we can spread a little bit of our damage. That's perfect. Yep, you can target R2. And I didn't even change, like, I really wish you could adjust Leia's mod set here. That would be super helpful. Okay. Put us both under stealth again. I definitely like this a lot more. This was definitely a much better way to do this. Kind of getting them both at least out there. And he's definitely taking much less damage from expose here, which is good. And I don't even have Leia's Zeta. If I had her Zeta, I'm sure I'd do even better. Yeah, this feels so much better. Yeah, this feels a lot better here. Yeah. I like this more. This is that was a significantly easier. That felt so much better. What order do I suggest? Yeah, he was getting shredded. Those exposes were just doing so much damage that modding him for that protection made all the difference, and so did keeping them both, putting them both in stealth, so they at least had to target Leia sometimes is really good too. Jabba, Leia, JML, Jabba, Profundity, Leia. I would go Jabba. In an ideal world, Jabba, Leia. You'd go Executor, Jabba, Leia, JML, Profundity. In an ideal world, that would be the order I would go. So, that's kind of the way I would look at it. Like, I still think you need to get Executor first. But, there we go. Progress on Leia. Let's get back into some roster reviews here, because that's what this stream is all about, my friends. Roster reviews, raising money for the great charity that is Schreiber Pediatric. And for those of you guys who, like, just to show you, if you go on the website now, if you click on that link, you will see that I made sure, my wife and I made sure we went ahead and we put in the, what we've gotten on the stream so far. I put my money where my mouth is, guys. When I say something, I do it. Right? That's the way that I am. So, Teacher Man, are you still in chat? And I've got, along with Parker Dean, Matthew Gorlach, and Bescar Bandido, we've got Andrew Bradshaw and Happy Racer. SWG Minor. Let's get there. Let's get you here. All right, I see you. All right. So, I did see Minor. I did see your account here, Parker Dean. I see you. Okay, so let's get Parker Dean. Minor, I'll grab you next, and then we'll keep working down our list from there. Yeah, dude, Matthew, I'm not going to even pretend that I know how to pronounce that last name. All right. Parker, what's your ally code? I probably missed it somewhere. Swinny, thank you, my friend. I hope you have a great one. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. Awesome. Glad to see you guys are still hanging around in here. So let's get Parker's ally code up in here. And then I'm going to start writing down some of these codes while I have them. Okay. Okay. While I'm waiting on Parker's code here, I'm just writing down the codes of guys that are waiting in stream here. Let's see if I can where's my thing at? SWG is actually from a Star Wars Galaxy, a PC game. Really? I'd have to check that out. I'm sure I probably played it at some point in my life. Let's go. I'm just trying to search for Parker here to see if I can see his. All right, Parker, while I'm waiting for you to... Parker, do you have your code yet? If not, I'm going to move to another person whose code I have at the moment. Andrew, what code are you putting in? No, Parker, I can't see your code. You got to put, like, X's in it or something. Do, like, you know... Okay. Ooh, better than... Wow. Better than EverQuest and Warcraft. That's a bold... Saying better than Warcraft is going to get some people pissed off, man. Those are fighting words to, like, 90% of gamers. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. I need another refill of soda. All right, Parker, we got that. Let's get in here, guys. Man, we've been streaming for a while already. I feel like I haven't gotten anything accomplished. I got to speed this process up a little bit. All right, Parker. I got you in here. Okay, so we've got Vader, Palpatine. So we bought the light speed packs. Okay, Andrew. Awesome. Okay, so you got the Lightspeed packs. So the question is, what are we closer to? So you are going to be, you're working on the Starkiller team, okay? So so Starkiller is going to be important. So the big thing I would say here, yeah, so the thing is though, like you have the ships for the Radis already. Like if you bought the packs that you did, you have all the ships you need for the Radis. So you just need to farm that ship. So get your Starkiller. get Rey. It's gonna be Starkiller, it's gonna be Rey, and then I think you worry about Kylo. Because it's not so much about how close you are on the character front, it's the ship front that's gonna cost you. Because you don't have the Xanadu blood. So I think you're much better, and you don't got the First Order ships, so I think you're much better off if you just go all in for Rey before you go for Kylo. No, you don't need a 7-star capital ship. You just need a 5-star Raddus. Oh, I see what you're saying. You still need a 5-star capital ship, one of these guys. But that shouldn't take horribly long. How many more shards of them do you need? 6, 6, and 6. How many more do you need? I can't envision that. I mean, worst case scenario. Yeah, how many more of these guys do you need? 55. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I still think get Starkiller and get Rey. I think as soon as you can start getting the Raddus, we get the Raddus. But, yeah. After that, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't just go straight into Kylo after that. Because I could definitely see where that would be beneficial. By the time you get those, you'd be able to get both ships. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I don't know. I think you'll get... It should only take you 5 months to get those ships done if you don't do any refreshes. And the other thing, too... Because you get, what, 10 shards of those ships every single time they show up? But I think that would be where my mind goes to. Get your Starkiller, then I think Rey, and then Kylo, because I still think you'll be able to get Rey before you get Kylo. From there, I think that's when your account's going to get interesting. Because you made, I would argue, significant progress enough towards your Executor. 15 each time, so you only need 4 months to get a 7-star ship at that point. 55. If you're at, what, 55 at each of them, or you need 55? But I think, because you made progress towards Executor here. Because you've got Vader, you've got Bosk. And, oh, excuse me. Like, Piet is 7-star. So, I think you're in a place... 15 each time. Yeah, I think you're at this place where you get Rey, probably go and get your Kylo, and then I think, obviously after finishing Starkiller first, finish your Starkiller. I think that's going to be the most important thing. That'll be your big ticket item. But then I think you've got to start thinking about that Executor. Executor will be that next thing in the back of your mind, because you're going to end up farming a couple of those ships for the finalizer as it is. So you'll be able to kind of capitalize on all that stuff. I would say it's much more worth it to farm Commander Luke Skywalker than Jedi Knight Revan. Because Jedi Knight Revan doesn't get you anywhere but Malak. Getting Commander Luke Skywalker will allow you to get to Jedi Knight Luke, which can lead to Jabba, Jedi Master Luke, and Leia. So I find CLS to be a much more worthwhile investment because he's going to give you the option to pivot to something else. If you get Jedi Knight Revan and then you decide you need to go somewhere else, you didn't make progress towards anything. So that would be one thing I would say there. Like, I would be hesitant saying Jedi Knight Revan right now when Commander Luke is probably just as good, if not better, of a team. And Commander Luke leads to far better things. So I think that's where I would head, man. I think you get your Rey, get Kylo, while focusing on like a Jedi, or getting like Commander Luke. And then obviously we need to start worrying about Executor. So once you start farming those ships you need for Finalizer, that's when we start working on Executor. So that's what I would do there, Parker, my friend. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. Schreiber really appreciates it. You know, those kids, they do need it. They really do. That is for you, sir. Oh, excuse me. That is for you, sir. Thank you again for your generosity and supporting a fantastic organization. You know, we can't. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words at your guys' generosity today. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing to see what we can do when we work together, and it's going to a cause that's just like very important in my heart. So thank you, guys. All right, let's get to Matthew Goralzik. Did I say that right? I'm not up to not that I am not known for my pronunciation. Goralchik. Okay, now I'm an idiot. Okay, you're gonna laugh. Matthew, you're gonna laugh. I worked with a girl whose last name was Stobrin because her husband was from Poland. And it was SZ. And I don't know why I kept trying to say the Z in your name when I should have like immediately known that it was probably like silent. Like, I'm an idiot. I'm a complete idiot. I'm a complete idiot. Like, I should have known to say that based on like just remembering my old coworker's last name. So, we've got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren here. Just writing down another code that we got here from Nick Aldridge. All right, so let's see what we got going on in here. So we got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Relic 8 Maul. Wow. Okay. So, dude, I mean, I'm glad you said it. I was thinking it. No, yeah, the Z being silent just throws everybody for a loop. Okay, we've got Executor. We've got the Get 2 ships. Finalizer, Radis we're working on. Okay, we got that. So, SLKR, I see Jedi Knight Luke. So, Jedi Master Luke is next, right? Am I right in assuming that Jedi Master Luke is next? Is that the thought, or are we going for okay, Grand Inquisitor, JML, and then got Malgus. Okay. So Grand Inquisitor first. Okay. So you need a good bit of work here still. Oh, because of your guild. Alright. Hold on. Done, done, done. Done, done, done. Done, 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 done. He needs Relic 7. 3, 3. 3. Five, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I don't hate going for Inquisitors first here. You still need a good bit of relics on your Jedi Master Luke. The only argument I would make is that you basically need 5 Inquisitors to relic 7 in order to earn Reva shards. And you need 1 relic 7, 2, 3 relic 3s, and a relic 5. And then another relic 7. I mean, it's the one thing I'm struggling with. How close is your guild to getting Reva? The reason I ask is because if your guild isn't close to getting Reva, you should go for Jedi Master Luke. If your guild is close to getting Reva, then build your Inquisitors. Because it doesn't make sense to me to go for Inquisitors when you're this close to a GL as impactful as Jedi Master Luke, unless you are that close to unlocking Reva that you could use her today. Like, if your guild isn't earning that many Reva shards now, you're so much better off. So I would say to them, listen, I personally, I mean, again, this is just the way I am. I would go for JML and I'd tell your guild to go shove off. Because I think that JML will benefit them far more than another Reva shard in a couple of months will. Because you are significantly closer to Jedi Master Luke. For getting even like relic levels, just looking at the amount of Chirotech you need for, say, one of these guys. So, like, the amount of Chirotech you need for a single Inquisitor is the amount of Chirotech you need for R2, Wedge, Biggs, and Princess Leia. Like, they all need 100 Chirotech, and each Inquisitor needs, like, 400. So, you're significantly closer to Jedi Master Luke. I think Jedi Master Luke makes a miles more sense, especially with where your roster is in regards to your Jedi. Like, you've got good Jedi here. Besides, like, your Revan, Jedi Knight Luke, right? You've got the characters to create good Jedi teams. So I would say go for Jedi Master Luke, then go back to your Inquisitors, and then obviously at some point we've got to circle back around and get Rey. That's the advice, man. I think you go the other way around. I think you get JML, then I think you get Grand Inquisitor. Now, the one thing I would say with, you've got so you just got Darth Malgus, okay, he's relic. I was going to say, Darth Malgus would be somebody that I would relic, but yeah, you did that already, so that's good. I like that. I think you're in good shape. Yeah, man, I think you're smart in saying you want to go for JML, because your guild's going to benefit so much more from you having a character like JML. At your galactic power, 7.8 million, you need more galactic legends. You need more. Not trying to be mean. You need more, right? To be able to compete at the level that you're going to need to compete at, you need more GLs. So I think Jedi Master Luke, far better option than Grand Inquisitor right now. Not that you can't get Grand Inquisitor afterwards, but I think right now, far better just to go get your Jedi Master Luke. That's what I would say, man. Yeah. And then, I mean, obviously, gotta start farming. Just make sure you finish off all your ships. I mean, I shouldn't have to say that all the time, but yeah. Finish off those ships. Eventually start thinking about, like, a Profundity or a Leviathan at some point, but I think still, you've got enough work cut out for you that I'm not trying to plan out your next year and a half of farming because stuff is going to change. But I think if we move on to that, you're going to be in good shape. One thing, though, why are you running Chimera in your Fleet Arena instead of Executor? I would switch this to Executor and see if you can get higher placing in your Fleet Arena. Earn some more crystals. But otherwise, Matthew, thank you for your generosity, my friend. It truly, truly is appreciated. Really appreciate, like, everything, man. It's awesome to see, how much we've been able to raise for Schreiber. It's an honor. I will say that I think, I mean, obviously this stream has helped big time, but I think my family is the, what's that called? I think we're leading the other, because my daughter's an ambassador, where we kind of like, so we go to a lot of events and things, and I think we're leading the ambassador families now. Your fleet arena is filled with Leviathans, so you can only go after executors. That makes sense. I get it. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's not fun. So maybe what you do is you build up some of those counters you need for like the Leviathan executor profundity. If you did something like that, and then whatever next fleet comes out, be prepared for that. That's what you could do too, Matthew. All right, so I got Matthew here. So I've got Teacher Man. Are you around? I know I want to make sure you're in stream when I do this, Teacher. Are you still around here, man? Got Teacher, and then we have the code from Andrew Bradshaw. So I'm going to hit up the code from Andrew now, which I think is Meep. He gave his review away. Thanks, Jude. I appreciate that. Teacher, all right, Teacher, I'm going to grab you next, buddy. All right, we've got Meep here. So, wow, we've got Hondo at 7-star. Man, okay. So you really like the new Star Wars shows with a Fennec, Bam, Hondo, Sabine, Armor. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Meep, here's the thing. You could have a full 7-star Mandalorian team, but it's not really gonna, they're not that great of a faction right now. Because you're gonna need the new Bo-Katan, which is gonna be locked behind all that farming. So I would say the big thing here is if you want to continue doing your Mandalorians, do it. Yeah, Hondo's the only reason. Yeah. So the other thing you could consider is, I mean, I know Andrew said he'd put $10 on me saying Executor. That's if you want to be super competitive, you go for the Executor just because it's such a fantastic ship. I don't ever hate going Executor just because it'll give you more resources. If you wanted to build a really, I mean, like the problem with Mandalorians is that you really need Maul, and you can't get him to your 4 million GP, or this new Bo-Katan, or Gideon, so it's going to be hard. But it's tough. Because you could use some bounty hunters. Like, you could use Bosk. You've got Boba. But a character like Bosk would be really good for you. Because then you could use Mando, Bosk, Boba, Grief Karga. You could use Fennec in there. But I would definitely just say you need to get the Executor. Executor will fill out the holes that you need. You've got, like, Bescar Mando already. You've got, so, like, that's, like, one of the harder parts, right? You've got Bescar Mando done. So, it's just the rest of the characters you need to build, the rest of the ships. But I think that's where I would head, because I feel like that gives you enough. Everything else you're so far away from. that I think you're just in you're in that good place. Andrew, you weren't supposed to. I see everything. Not really. But yeah, Meep, I think if you went for like Executor, you get that Bosk, you get Dengar, Cad Bane, IG88, you get like some decent bounty hunters at relic levels, which is good. You could run them with your Mando and Grief. With Beskar Armor Mando right now, you could do some really good things. Where you could do like Beskar Armor Mando with Armor, Hondo. You know, you could make some really interesting teams. You got him after watching my video. Nice. Yeah, Beskar Armor Mando has some really good uses. I'm not going to pretend he doesn't have good uses, because he 1000% does. I would just say that you could definitely do a little bit like more in terms of trying to accumulate crystals, right? So get those things you need for Executor and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's really hard to, when I see an account at this stage of the game, it's really hard not to just say go for Executor, simply because I think you're smart. You know what I mean? Like I think that's just the smartest thing to do. Regardless sometimes of fun, it's like just go do it for crystals and then you've got fun. Yeah, Beskar Armor Mando needs a stupid amount of Kyrotech. I remember that. It was not a fun experience. I can still remember, if you guys want to meet it. Yeah, Hondo plus Armor would be like super scary, actually. I would not be a fan of that whatsoever. I would not be a fan of that one iota. But, yeah, I think Executor's your play. Get the ships, get the characters, work on the Bounty Hunter characters and Darth Vader first, and then grab the rest of them. That would be the goal there. Alright, we're going to move on to Teacher Man here. Let's get Teacher Man rolling up in here. I know you had some questions, Teacher, so let's get those questions out here. All right, and then I saw Vince V with the $20. My friend, you are on the list. Thank you, Vince. Dude, yeah, I can't say it's who I am right now, right? I'm like that guy that's just like, it's not even like I'm a broken record. I'm just a record that only has one song on it. It's that CD you tried to burn when you were, 10 years old, and you just burned the same song like 50 times. And that's dating myself for those of you who never burned a CD. Gosh. And I'm not even that old. I would say your name, but I'd get demonetized, Storm. I'm doing pretty good. So, yes, you've got to finish Ray's Ultimate. No, Beskar, I've got you. I think you're right after Teacher Man. So, yes, we do need to finish Ray's Ultimate. That is, oh my gosh, dude, this is an amazing mod. Blink 182 days, man. I love Blink 182. Absolutely love Blink 182. That's a pretty good mod for her too. I would like to see more offense percent there, but again, beggars can't be choosers. Pretty decent here, right? We've got the right stats on it. I'd love to see more, but you've done the right thing. This one, I'd like to see health percent, but again, we're working, right? You've made some really good progress here. This is definitely the one we need to see a health percent or offense percent up here, but it's getting you through the event, which is the most important thing. So yeah, we definitely need to get through Ray's Ultimate. So if you need any help doing that, you know the drill, man. You tag me. Tag me, you let me know. Like, if you need help with that event. Sorry, I'm trying to, like, read chat at the same time here. So then you said the next question was Ray Ultimate, and then finish Star Killer. Alright, so let's see Star Killer. Teacher, yes, definitely. After, so you're going to get your Star Killer team. So with Star Killer, you could run your Stick Ray if you don't want to relic Visas Mar. The reason I would say that is because Visas Mar, in my personal opinion, is a like luxury kind of character. I find that Visas serves a far better purpose defensively because like the thing on offense is that she doesn't really help you with like she's never really gonna bring like my characters back because I'm always using her like my Star Killer against Ray. So like Ray's gonna sudden whirlwind somebody and then they can't come back, so it doesn't matter, right? But on defense, placing her there forces opponents to have to play differently. So that could be an option if you really wanted to go that route. But other characters that you could be relic right now. So I would say our king. Obviously the Commander Luke Skywalker team, I would love to see you relic them because they would just be like super good. But you definitely need Zetas on them, and you're going to be in a Zeta deficit. So Wampa to relics would be a big one. I'd love to say Chewbacca, 3PO, Chewie, Han Solo. You really, really need the Zeta shoots first on Han Solo to be super effective, though. I'm not going to pretend you don't. Dark Trooper to relics would be good. But you know, again, you don't have Executor, so you'd still need like that Piet going too. And you need Zetas on Emperor's Trap there too. So I would say that once you get, so here's what I'd say. Once you get Rey, you get your Star Killer team. Throw a single Zeta on Han Solo. Relic Wampa. And then build up the Zetas you're going to need for the First Order to get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Start building up those Zetas, building up the ships you need to unlock Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Because you're still not incredibly close to Kylo, but we're going to need to start saving the Zetas. So you could go and relic your CLS team and at least make them somewhat decent. Throw that single Zeta on Han. Relic your Wampa. So there could be 1, 2, 3, 4 relics right there. And then maybe another relic onto the rest of your Executor requirements from there. So that'd be the plan there. I mean, otherwise, dude, I think that would be your plan. Yeah, I feel good about that, teacher. I hope you think that's the right thing, like what you're thinking there. But I think we get Rey's last Zeta, finish her off, throw a single Zeta on Han Solo, relic the Commander Luke Skywalker team, relic Wampa, and by that point we should have the Zetas that you can start getting towards the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren event with the ships that you're going to be farming. And if you get to the point where you've like, okay, I have done Wampa, I did Commander Luke, I still don't have the ships I need for Kylo, then we start, that's, you know, obviously as channel member, you can start asking me those other questions. We can come up with some extra relics, whether it's Dark Trooper, or start just fully focusing towards that Executor and get that over the finish line. So that's the advice there, buddy. I think you're in good shape, though. I think we're in good shape. We'll continue to get there on Ray, on everybody else. I think we'll be rocking and rolling, my friend. All right, so we've done that. Next is Bescar Bandido. We're going to grab you, Bescar. All right. So I've got Bescar Bandido next, Happy Racer, SWG Minor, Nick Aldridge, Vince V, and then I know I've got some other channel members and things we've got to get to. Trying to get to everybody I can, guys. This has been, again, if anybody's just joining the stream, we've been trying to raise money for, where my daughter gets therapy from. And we've raised, oh my gosh, I just checked with my wife put in the money we got from stream already so far. I had her put it in. And we are currently at $1,750, guys. So just, again, let's pat yourselves on a back round of applause. That is unbelievable. That is just crazy. Again, I want to just share this again. That $75 covers the Medicare funding gap for one therapy session. So we've been able tonight to cover over 20 therapy sessions because Schreiber does not charge people who attend there the full price. So the $75 helps cover the gap between what they charge and what they should be charging. So we've been able to do that for over 20 kids. It is unbelievable. Flynn, again, I'm trying to get to the channel members and donations. If you donated me, you got to let me know. Got to let me know, guys. Yeah, it's you guys are all unbelievable. So let's get into Bescar Bandido here. Wow. Okay. Holy. Relic 9 Lord Vader. No alt yet. Oh my gosh. Those are brilliant mods. 239 protection, 565 speed. I am loving that. That mod there is bonkers good. I like that one too. That is a brilliant mod. Oh my gosh. That is another fantastic mod. Those are some really, really good mods on him. Just unlocked him. That is really good. That's a really good Lord Vader. That is a scary Lord Vader. So let's just take a look here. Do you have... So, okay, good. Yeah, get this guy. Got to bump this guy up. Got to get him to Relic 7. Got to throw the Zeta on him. You literally need that for Lord Vader. He's pointless without that Zeta. And then do you have Lord Vader's best friend, even though they hate each other in real life? Yeah, you've got Maul. Okay, so you're in a Zeta deficit. We definitely need some Zetas on Maul here. But overall, I mean, I'm liking what I see. Right? I'm liking what I see. I mean, this is solid. For not even 6 million GP, gonna have Kenobi, Lord Vader, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Jedi Master Kenobi. That is unbelievable. And then I see a Relic 7 Bodhi, Rook, and Luminara, and I want to go and commit. No, I can't say that because I'll get demonetized. Gosh, I gotta remember I'm on YouTube. I mean, Maul's team, man, I would relic him just for Lord Vader. Without Maul, Lord Vader definitely doesn't pose nearly as much of a threat. Our king definitely needs relics. But, I mean, can't really be relicking Wampa when you've got a Relic 9 Lord Vader. I mean, this is really good. See, the thing is, though, guys, like, I can't pick on him and say, oh, like, you don't have a good Commander Luke Skywalker team when he's got a Relic 9, Lord Vader, Maul, he's got Kenobi, Cat. Like, we're cruising along here. 7-star Executor, both get 2 ships. I mean, all we need to do is start rounding out some of these other fleets to get the, off-meta counters flowing here. This is a really good account for 6 million. Really good account for 6 million. Wow. Yeah. So you're debating going for Leia or Profundity. I would say Leia. And here's why. So, if we go with the current 3 S-tier fleets, right? The 3 S-tier fleets. So your 3 S-tier fleets are Executor, Profundity, and Leviathan. When Executor was first released, it was the cream of the crop, right? Nothing could beat Executor. Then comes Profundity. That is clearly better than Executor, but it's not unbeatable by the... But it's not like, Profundity wasn't unbeatable with the Executor. Then we get to Leviathan, which is clearly superior to the Executor. Very, very easy to beat that fleet. But Profundity still has a soft counter to the Leviathan. The reason I would say, hey, be careful about farming Profundity is that the next fleet that rolls around is probably going to be like Leviathan to Executor, where like Executor just doesn't hold a flame to the Leviathan. Profundity won't hold a flame to this next fleet that's going to come into the game. So I hesitate in saying go for that when that's what's happening, right? That like when I think that's going to be the next big thing. So I think Leia's a much better option. I think she'll serve you much longer term. And I'm sure that we'll see more stuff like Jabba got with her. Right? That I'm sure we'll see more things like events and things in territory battles for Leia that other people won't have. So I think Leia would be a good option. You could build that Commander Luke Skywalker team 2 relic levels while still working on Leia and feel confident that you're doing the right thing. So I definitely think Leia would be a really solid option for you. But I'd say your Zeta priorities right now are definitely Maul. But before Maul, the single most important Zeta you're going to equip next is Royal Guards Unique. You need to equip this immediately, right? You've got to equip that right away. Really need to equip that Zeta. I actually have not done the new speeder bike raid yet. My guild hasn't been able to launch it yet. We just finished a Crate Dragon raid, got our rewards, and I get a break for 3 days. So I'm kind of excited about that I don't have to raid for a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you can stop your opponent from getting to your fleets, their fleets don't matter. You know what I mean? Like, if your opponent can't get to your fleets, it doesn't matter what fleets they have. You're taking them out of the equation. So that's just something to think about there. That like that's the one thing I think we sometimes discount is that like AP Gains always talks about the ships only defense. But if I can stop you from getting into ships, like, then doesn't matter. And then you're only 100 shards away from Revo, which is even more insane. Yeah, no raid during Rise of the Empire is awesome, right? Like, not having a raid during my GACs, oh, it's going to be fantastic. Not having a raid, twice a week during Conquest is going to be even better. So, yeah, man, but I would say Leia, right? I think Leia's a really solid option, but we've got to equip some Zetas. We've got to get that Lord Vader team up and running. Get your Lord Vader team going. That's the big review there. All right, we got to keep cruising along here. I keep, like, spending too much time. We got to get into Happy Racer here. With the 10 Canadian Bacons. right, happy racer. So, just got Executor on Wednesday. Going towards Supreme Leader Kylo Ren now. Got the bundle. Need advice where to go after that. All right. Wow. So the good news here is that your path is actually going to be a lot more straightforward. We've got your Executor. You're going to get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren with a bundle. So I think now where the question starts to trend is, do we start thinking about maybe building your CLS team into something like a Jedi Knight Luke farm? So I don't go straight into... Oh, 1 second. No scratching. Justin, I got you. Don't worry. It's coming. It's coming. Whoop. My second monitor just crapped out on me. Come on, thing. Oh. There we go. My computer just like froze there for a second. What the heck? All right. Can we all still see me? We all still good? So, yeah, I think CLS into Jedi Knight Luke could be good. My only issue with saying General Skywalker would be that he's not going to lead you to anything right now. Where Jedi Knight Luke puts you on that path to Jabba, Leia, or Jedi Master Luke. That's why I love Jedi Knight Luke so much. He's going to allow you to pivot to 3 different things and not have wasted much. Like, you're getting so much from him. You've got the Zetas on them. You've done some good work there. Other things I could recommend you maybe investing in would be relics on Greef and Mando. If you want to beef up your bounty hunter team with Bosk, Boba Fett, Dengar, Greef, Mando, that's a solid team that will cause a lot of people problems, both offensively and defensively. Because, so the other thing with General Skywalker you've got to think about is that you really end up needing to relic as many characters, like you end up needing to relic a bunch of characters from that you may as well just do a Galactic Legend. So I think going towards your Rebels, building CLS, and getting into the Jedi, like Jedi Knight Luke, that'll be a solid plan moving forward, and that'll give you time to decide what you'd want to do next from there. So I think that would be the plan, because you just getting Executor means that, like, you're gonna be setting ships for a little bit, right? That you've got that plan. Now the way to start working on your ships is to build up some of those other fleets. Like, so you've got the Negotiator. Got a decent Negotiator fleet. I like that fleet. I would definitely build your General Grievous and your Separatist ships more. They will benefit you greatly. If you think your Separatist ships, you've got the Geonosian ones already at good places. If you can get the Hyena Bomber and Vulture Droid, you don't even need to invest in pilots. So those are super easy wins for your fleets that will make you really, really good if you go get that Malevolence. And a Malevolence at 5 stars, a fantastic fleet. Like, I always say, in a perfect world, you get Malevolence at 5 star, take your Negotiator to 7 star, and just keep moving from there. What about Sith Eternal, even for later? Yes. Pretend that Sith Eternal just doesn't exist. Sith Eternal, that whole, like, Kylo to Sith Eternal to, like, it really, Sith Eternal is not worth it right now. Right now, there's too much that beats Sith Eternal. He can't beat enough. you're better off investing in something like if you go get, like, just think about this. Let's say you go up against an opponent in 6 months' time that has a Sith Eternal, and you'd be like, oh, Phil told me not to get Sith Eternal. That opponent may beat you now, but you're going to get Leia. And now, your opponent who's farming Leia or farming Jabba is going to take how long to get that character that now you've got the A-tier character. You're going to climb up like crazy in Grand Arena, increase your crystal income, and build other things better than Sith Eternal with those relics that you didn't end up investing. So I would say that skip Sith Eternal, pretend he doesn't exist right now until they give him a lifter that's worthy of him being a half-decent character. Who's my favorite GL? That's a good question. Here. Let's do this. Let's see who you guys think is my favorite galactic legend. Oops. Okay. I guess I can't put all of them. We'll leave. We'll keep Sith Eternal off the list because it's got to be pretty obvious that I don't like him. Alright, guys. So you let me know who you think my favorite GL is. But yeah, I would say offensive or defensive, overall. Just overall, who's my favorite GL? Yeah, just overall. But yeah, to end this happy racer, I would say we go build your CLS team into Jedi Knight Luke, and then we can pivot from there. I think I want to stop avoiding being like, oh, go build these next 3 things. Like, just go build your CLS, get Jedi Knight Luke, and then from there, you can decide what to do next, whether that's Jabba, Leia, Jedi Master Luke, whatever's going to be best for your roster. So, that's the review there, my friend. Let's get in. Next, we've got SWG Minor. And then I've got Nick Aldridge, Vince V. We've got you. Justin Legolas, hey, thank you. You're doing such a good thing. Much love. Justin, my friend, thank you. You know, your donation, my friend, is much appreciated towards, you know, going towards this goal, trying to raise the money again. You know, my wife, if you guys check the, if you guys go on the, I don't know if you can see, but, like, we can see, like, recent donors. My wife just put it in as the total for the stream, and she said Fat Phil subscribers. So, you know, you all are, you know, making that difference towards, you know, this place, and it's just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. All right, let's make sure that's the right code. SWG Minor, let's make sure I got your code right. Where are we at here? I know you're up here somewhere. It's been a little bit. Of course, it's going to load for forever. Come on, thing. Come on. Where are we at? Where are we at? Keep going. Come on. One. Oh. That's why. Wrote it down wrong. Pretty sure I gotta bomb my Discord now because it won't find it. Let's do this. There we go. Yeah. Minor, I had I don't know why I had it at 118 instead of 185. I had the rest of it perfectly correct. Let's get the game back up here. Oh, I get my crystals. There we go. Yay. All right. Let's go here. 185. All right, let's see what we got going on in here. Jedi Luigi. Man, that is a name. I love it. All right, we've got Jabba the Hutt. Okay, Jedi Knight Luke. Our King, Relic 5 with the Omicron. Love to see that. Love to see the mods here with some tenacity on there. I like this a lot. Okay. So. Got the First Order. Resistance there. Okay, so we definitely need to build Rey first. So, building Rey first because you've got the Raddus already. It's going to take you a little bit to get that finalizer up and running. Especially because we don't yet have our Executor. So, while we get the Raddus, the 5-star, we can start thinking about Executor here. Which should be the next play. So get your Rey. We can start then building the Bounty Hunter ships to get our Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And then get Executor. I think we get the 2 GLs and then we get Executor. Because you've got the Jabba. Really good, like the Zetas you've got on people we're making solid decisions with. And so it's going to come down to we've got to get Rey. We've got to get Kylo. And then you do need that Executor. So I'd say get Rey. While you're working on Rey, you're farming ships that you need to farm the Finalizer, which in turn help you end up farming the Executor. So that's going to be the best case, like, moving forward, I think. Because I'm just thinking of, like, the possibility of, I think with an account like this where you're going to have Jabba, if you could set Jabba and Rey on defense, you're going to have Kylo in your back pocket plus everything else for offense. I feel like you're just going to end up destroying people. Like, I think you could be really, really good with that. I'm a big fan of the Savage Omicron. I actually have been a big fan of people placing the Poggle Omicron. I feel like that's a really underrated territory war Omicron, particularly, I think, for a lot of you guys in, like, the earlier parts of the game, Poggle Omicron is actually a big, like, problem for people. There's a guy, even in my guild, who's got... Now, his geos are all relic levels, but you think my guild's almost 500 million GP, and his Poggle Omicron is getting a hold every single territory war. And you got to think of the guys that we're facing, they should have the tools to take it out. So getting a hold with that is huge. Man, I really like the spread of Zetas here is really good. The only maybe critique I would say is start if you're gonna like because we're gonna get Ray here. Let's start thinking about Zori. That would be the next thing to maybe start thinking about is the Zori Zeta makes the Ray event significantly easier. So I would really, really love to see if you could do that. Even low gear. Low gear Zori with that Zeta makes a significant difference. Otherwise, I mean, I'm a big fan of this. I think this does exactly what you... I think this roster is doing exactly what you need it to do. Maybe outside of ships because we don't have Executor. But getting those 2 bundles is huge. Yeah, I think Ray, Kylo, get Executor. If we can do that, we're going to be rocking and rolling. We will be rocking and rolling there. And then, I mean, mod-wise, that's a good mod. We just need to... Yeah, Zori's like... And that will help you in GAC, too. That's another thing. She helps in GAC, too. I liked some of these mods in here. This is that is literally a brilliant tenacity mod. Oh my gosh. I love that. That is a fantastic mod. So is this. This is pretty good too. It's got really good stats. It doesn't have tenacity as a secondary, but it's got really good stats. And that's got really good stats too overall. For a speed arrow, that's got really good stats. Yeah. I think this is that's a very good Jabba. Really like that. Let's see what CLS looks like. Okay. I like it. Yep. That's actually a solid mod. A lot of people would say, oh, don't you want offense here? But getting 6% offense with this critical damage is huge. That's a big mod there. This has really good secondary stats on it. It's got decent secondary stats. Definitely not quite like the others, but good. This is decent. And that's a pretty good mod there as well. No offense percent, but the tenacity, defense, potency, those are all things that get shared through the Chupio unique. Well done, man. Well done. Yeah. So to recap again, we get Ray, we get Kylo, and then we get Executor. I think that's the play. I think that'll be the bread and butter. That'll get us what we need to get to as quickly as possible, and that should give you enough stuff to work on over the next couple of months probably between Zetas. And if you get done with that and you're like, hey, what should I do next? Start thinking about Leia Organa. Just start thinking about Leia Organa because you'll already have a lot of the Rebels done. So that would be the next piece. Leia Organa JML can start being in the back of your head here. Thank you guys, Minor, I really do, guys, again, Discord's down below, you guys can ask questions, but really appreciate your guys' support. It's been, this is awesome. Really, really appreciate it, guys. All right, next code we've got is Nick. I've got Nick Aldridge here and Vince V. All right, so this is Nick Aldridge. Mahir, my man. All right. That's for you, buddy. Way too generous. Way too generous. All right, 5 million here. Yeah, no GLs, but We got Lightspeed bundles, which is a good sign here. So, going after General Skywalker, bought the bundles, might go after Lord Vader. All right, hold on. Let's pump the brakes. So, whoops. Let's pump the brakes on that for a second. Yeah, okay. Yeah, relics roll over the place before finding your channel. Alright, so... Yeah, I mean, I can see why you would say General Skywalker. My issue is no ARC Trooper. Lord Vader, let's see this here. We can squash Lord Vader in the butt right now. That should not be happening. Yeah, Nick. So here's where I would say you focus is, I mean, you got to take advantage of what you have in your hands, and that's Rey. You are literally like on the doorstep. You're knocking on the door of Rey because of the ships. So, you're far better off doing that. Then, I think the next thing you could consider is Kylo. Because, again, you bought those bundles. Storm, good to see you, my friend. Good night. Jack, I'm going to cry because you are here. So, because you bought the bundles, we want to take advantage of those while we can, right? That's going to be the most important part. And I think getting Rey, then getting Kylo. No, not in a Sith Eternal, guys. We are not going to be putting relics on Sith Eternal right now. We're not doing Sith Eternal stuff. I don't care how close we are. Could be like one relic away. No, I'm kidding. I think we get Rey. Then you get Kylo. Then I think that the question becomes from Kylo, we can springboard again into like an Executor. Or if you're just like, hey Phil, I hate ships, I don't want to do ships, start thinking about building that CLS team. That could be another team to think about. Yeah, like the only reason I'm hesitating with Executor is because I think Executor kind of, it depends on what your arena shard looks like. If your arena shard isn't very competitive, I'd say go with the Executor. But if your arena shard is like a joke, just get it and you'll probably still be able to get decent rewards for a very long time. So, you know, it's kind of worth it in that regard. But yeah, otherwise, I think we're in a good place. Yeah, I can't get on board with farming Sith Eternal when it's going to give you characters like Krennic, Tarkin, Darth Maul, and Sidious, and even Royal Guard. Characters who just, you won't be able to use, some ever, and others for a very long time. As much as I love my boy Royal Red Sausage, he just is pointless before Lord Vader. Yeah, so I think Rey, SLKR, and then you can think about like a Executor, or just go straight into building a Commander Luke Skywalker team. That would be my thoughts. Right? I think that's the plan. You've got to take advantage of those light speed bundles, Nick. You can't. It's hard to think of it like this, but you can't spend that $10. Like, just like if you think about it like this, you spent the money on those bundles. Take advantage of it while it's going to make a difference in your account. Yeah, you work on Rey, you work on Kylo, and work on your Rebels. I think you'll be in really good shape, and I think your account will kind of take form. You have some solid Galactic Legends, and then we can start working on other stuff. But Justin, so yeah, I get that you're saying like Tarkin is used for Lord Vader, Darth Maul's used for Leviathan, you know, Sith Marauder gets used for Leviathan. But think about the current state of this account right now. There's no purpose for Tarkin. There's no purpose for Royal Guard. There's no purpose for Krennic. Darth Sidious is going to go to waste. Maul's going to go to waste. The way I try to get people to think about Sith Eternal. Think about him as something you get as a reward for farming everything else that's good in the game. You know, if you can think of him like that, Sith Eternal gets so much better. Like, imagine that you're like, oh my gosh, you know, I have to do General Skywalker or Traya against this person's Malak all the time, or Malgus all the time, and now it's like, hey, I can pull up my Sith Eternal after I've got all 7 other Galactic Legends. I mean, yeah, I think if you get your Rey, Kylo, and then think about Executor or Rebels, start kind of building some really good, like, tall things, this roster will really take shape. So, obviously throwing in Executor if you really want to do that as well. So, give me 1 second here, guys. We're going to get next to Vince V. And then we've got the great and illustrious Mahiro going for, he volunteered for a roster roast, even though he doesn't know that. All right, I am back. I made the mistake of getting some 16-ounce cans of soda instead of the 12-ounce, and they don't fit as well into the King's Cup. So I've had to improvise a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew that they sold 16-ounce cans of soda. But they do. Fun fact of the day. All right, let's get into Vince V. And then let's get into Mahiro. Mahiro about to get everything that is coming to you. You know it. All right, let's get into real Margos here. So guys, reviews for tonight, priority has been channel members and donations because this is a charity stream. So like I took The first donation I did to Schreiber Pediatric today was what I would get for the month for my channel members. And then I had my wife put in what I'd received in stream. So we're trying to make sure that all that money gets to Schreiber for extra gift tonight. So we are trying to make sure that that money gets to where it needs to go. And that's what I've been doing. Channel members, those who've been, showing they donated because, hey, everybody's got their stuff that they do. So Vince V here, and he asked, putting relic levels on Rey, then Zetas, almost done Lord Vader after Rey. I finished Dr. Aphra, then finished Ben. Relic 5 on Savage, Visas, Royal Guard, then do Sith Eternal or Profundity. Also want a Relic 9 JML. Wow, okay. So we need one more Zeta on Lord Vader. Okay, no Zetas on Rey yet. So, yeah, we definitely need to finish off Lord Vader. I would just get this last Zeta on him, right? Get it on him. And then Lord Vader's done. Okay, so once you're done with... once you're done with Lord Vader, I would throw all of your relics onto Royal Guard. I would just throw everything onto Royal Guard, get him to Relic 7 minimum. Then I would say... So then you'll be in an interesting place where I would get Rey, then I would work on your Rey. So Lord Vader into, finish your Lord Vader, throw the Zeta on him. Get Royal Guard up to Relic 7. Get Rey, get her Zetas, and then finish your Ben Solo. Like Ben Solo you could even do before Rey if you want, because you need a bunch of Zetas for Rey. But you've got all the Zetas and the Omicron on him now. So, like, your Ben Solo's good to go. So that's, like, a solid investment there. I would then take Maul to Relic 5 minimum. Relic 7 would be another good one to do there. Then... You said finish Dr. Aphra, so do you have her already? Or are we close? 5, 5, 5. Oh, Hondo's only Relic 3. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so, geez, this is an insane, this is an absolutely insane roster. Okay. I gotta write this down in an order that makes sense. So, we're gonna Zeta Lord Vader, right? That's fine. But, Relic 7, Royal Guard. Relic 5, Maul. Those would be my first two things I would do. Relic those guys. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky. How many... You obviously don't have enough Zetas right now for Rey. Right? You don't have enough Zetas for Rey. Am I correct in assuming that? That if you don't have the sixth Zeta on Lord Vader, you don't have enough for Rey. Because if that's the case, I would say we start bumping up relics on characters like Malgus. And you're going to get Malicos. Jeez. Yeah, if you have 0 Zetas, we're going to bump up relic levels on everyone else. Just bump up relic levels on everybody until you have 6 Zetas saved for Rey. Once you have 6 Zetas saved for Rey, or once you have 5 Zetas saved for her, start then trying to get through her Galactic Legend event. I think, like, you just work on getting the relic levels ready for everybody else. But I think you need to focus on relic levels while you save for Zetas. I think you're again, I mean, it's the place, it's almost the same place I am, where, like, I'm kind of running out of Zetas. I was in a little bit of a better position. But I think we go here, right? I think you Royal Guard, get your Lord Vader team, like, solid, right? So get the Lord Vader team. Even take Maul to Relic 7 if you want. Lord Vader, Maul, Royal Guard, all to Relic 7. Then I think we start worrying about some of those other characters. Like, you can even think about, your range trooper. Yeah, like, you're you're crunch, but it's like it's a good kind of crunch, because you've got good stuff like range trooper, your Imperial troopers. Get range trooper to relics, get Gideon to relics. Do some of those things. Yeah, Afra needs like 3 Zetas. So invest in characters where you've already got the Zetas, or they don't need them to be effective. If you do that, save your Zetas for Rey. Once you get the Zetas for Rey, start saving for Afra, and then you can get Afra. That's the way I would go. Because when you're working on some of these ones where you just need to increase relic levels, like you think of your Royal Guard here, while you're working on his relic levels, you're saving Zetas. And you're saving Kyrotech. So you're saving some of those resources you're low on, and utilizing the ones that you're not as low on. So that would be where I would go with this roster, Vince. I think you've got to, you've got to get your Lord Vader, you've got to get your Rey, and then we've got to just start, saving up the resources you need in the meantime. So that's the review. I think otherwise your roster is in a very solid position. Only thing I would maybe say for 9 million is that you could use a Profundity or Leviathan, but I do understand that a lot of players who got a lot of galactic power from just buying those packs. And that's not me throwing shade, that's just, facts. Because I'm one of them, right? My galactic power jumped like crazy because of it. So, that's the review, man. I think we got to get those characters. We need the relic levels and stuff, but otherwise, good stuff, Vince. I'm very curious to see in, like, I'd say like 4 months what your account looks like. It could be very, very different. All right, next we've got Mahiro, and then Jack with the $20. Thank you so much, Jack. Dude, Jack, we'll get you. Don't worry. How much longer am I going to stream? I'll be streaming for a little bit, Swept. I'll make sure I'm still streaming for a little bit. I'll push myself as far as I can push myself. Let's find Mahiro in here. There he is. There's this horrible account. You can tell that this guy's a Rams fan. If you guys, just so everybody's very clear, Mahir is someone who, like, Mahir's one of my close friends. Mahir is an awesome guy. One of the great ones. So this one's for Mahir. So we got Rey. I think, did you get the first order pack, Mahir? Did we buy that, or did we spend that on FIFA instead? We got the first order pack. So. Yeah, you signed up for praising, not slander. Oh, just wait. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Just so we're very clear, This dude was waiting so friggin' long for Ewoks to be needed for something. The fact that, like, nothing pissed me off more than when Leia came out and Relic, Chirpa, and Wicket were required. Because Mahir had these guys relicked at, like, 2020. Like, these guys, do not think that this is a new thing. These have been relicked for years at this point, okay? We just need to get that out of the way right now. It was so infuriating when he's like, I'm already done with Leia because I have the Ewoks done. Oh my gosh, it was so funny and infuriating. So we're short on Captain Rex, but that's fine. How are we looking on Drogon? Okay, Drogon's 6 stars. Okay. Otherwise, so we're done. One shy. Done. We're shy there. Where's Scout Trooper at? Mere nothing to do during COVID lockdown. Had to just relic Ewoks. You guys want a really funny story? So when Mahir and I, we were in the same guild at that time, and he relics his Ewoks, and our guild leader would always, like, commend people for relicking, you know, their Jedi Knight Revens and Malik and all this stuff, and Mahir relics his Ewoks back to back, and our guild leader was silent, just said nothing. Oh, it was so funny. Like, it was one of the funniest things. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's not the funniest story that happened from that guild, but the funniest story that happened from that guild is not to be shared. Because, it's... Mahir, it's past 11 p.m., so that's a good sign for you, though. Yeah, Scout Trooper's definitely lagging. But, so, are you doing... I'd do refreshes of his node if I were you, Mahir. I did refreshes of Scout Trooper's node. Do the 25 crystal refresh and just hammer it. Because you are... Like, I think you are somebody who will run... Like, if you run that Toxic Leia comp... Yeah, that guild... Yeah, so karma struck quickly is an understatement. Otherwise, Mahir, so we're going to get Leia next. If you guys will all want to cry, this account does not have Executor, Profundity, or Leviathan. Mahir, can I convince you to build, like, a half-decent ship? Like... Well, like, can we please just build a fleet? I'm, like, begging you, man. Right? Like, I am begging you to just build a half-decent fleet. Okay? I will accept that you've been whatever fan of whatever soccer team you claim to be, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid, wherever Ronaldo's playing now in Saudi Arabia, you know, like, whatever you want to call it. But for the love, ships optional. Well, ships are optional when, you know, you're... yeah, ships are optional when you... Can't say it. You know exactly what I'm going to say. I'll text it to you. Ships are optional for you, not optional for everybody else. People with normal wages. Ships optional pisses me off so much. If I can't convince you to do that, I mean, I'm excited you have Inquisitors. Inquisitors will, again, that's another, like, solid thing you'll get. Definitely need to work on your Grand Inquisitor at some point. We can't pretend that Grand Inquisitor doesn't exist. So maybe while we're farming some stuff for our Drogon and Scout Trooper, we can spare some gear for, what's it called? Like, I think we could work on our Grand Inquisitor, get those Inquisitors ready for the Reva mission. Because I think you're just, like, so far... You're still far enough away from Leia that it makes sense to do it the other way, if you know what I mean. Right? I think if we get Grand Inquisitor, you're going to be in really good shape. Another thing, I would consider throwing on the Droideka Territory War Omicron. Like, you've got, like, your Separatist droids are all at relic levels. For you, any of them that take priority, Grand Inquisitor. You don't have the full team to take care of Maul yet. Your Separatists, you don't have the team yet. Oh, dude, what? Oh my God, Mahir. Why don't you talk to me before you do stuff like this? Why do we have 3 Zetas on Admiral friggin' Trench when you could be getting... Gosh, text me! Instead of telling me that you ripped FIFA packs, text me that you ripped Zetas on Trench. We could have put these Zetas to good use on your First Order team. Ugh. I mean, I would say, all seriousness, after I get out of, like, the rage that I'm in right now, Grand Inquisitor would be the biggest thing for you. That will take your Inquisitor team to a whole new level, and then you can worry a lot more about, like, building a Separatist team for Trench after you get Leia. But I think Grand Inquisitor will be far better for you. I like Grand Inquisitor a lot more than I like Admiral Trench. Grand Inquisitor does some really, really good things. And especially because I know you do play Conquest. Grand Inquisitor and Conquest is such a great thing. Can we guys just revel in the fact that he just said it was loading up Trench or building a fleet? Mahir does hate fleets. I will at least give him the credit that he has... Like, I am shocked he had both Malevolence and Negotiator at 7 stars. Like, this is progress. Like, we've made progress here in the fact that both of these things are, like, 7-star. So, yeah. I mean, Mahir, let's build our Grand Inquisitor. Let's probably just build Trench because you're eventually going to need him. And, I mean, if you want to build your Malicos or Maul... You've got to build the rest of the team with them. So if you want to build your Malicos, you need like Seer and Cal Ripken Jr. here. And then we can maybe build a good team for you. But that's the review, buddy. You know the drill. Just hit me up. And we have the Jedi Master Council chat for a reason. Use it. For other than telling me that you parlayed 15 teams. Shots fired. Anyway, my friend, I love you, Mahir. All seriousness, man. You are a scholar, gentleman, and way too generous in more ways than you'll probably ever realize. Thank you, buddy. All right, so we've got Jack Swellington. Jack, you want a review? Set at $20, my friend. Easier to donate on here. Thank you, buddy. It is much appreciated. So, Jack, what are you thinking, my friend? Would you like a review, or are you just, being way too generous? Is the Inquisitors with Reva better, or as a separate team, or chucked with Lord Vader? Yeah, that's a good question. I would say that you probably... I prefer to split them off. At the level that I'm playing at, I prefer to split them off. But I could see some benefit to placing them with Lord Vader. I kind of see both. I think it's going to depend on how you use them. Jack, thank you, buddy. You're far too kind of a person. You are one of the longest tenured members here, too, Jack. Just so you know. There's some. You're part of that MVP crew. Been around since almost the beginning. At least as far as channel memberships are concerned. I know there's a few of you who have that OG tag because you've been around for forever. So, Adam Selby, I've got you next. Adam, you got your ally code? Adam, if you have your ally code, if you're still here, I've got you up next. Otherwise, again, we'll go back. We'll revert to channel members who are still watching, with those who, you know, donate or show proof of donation jumping that line yet again. You guys know that drill. Okay. Sorry, I had to do some guild work there. Local Sniper, are you on the channel member list? Or did you, Andrew, Angel, Andrew, you guys are always awesome. Always awesome. Yeah, Adam, man, you know, hey, you get a review, man. Just throw your code in with X's in between each digit, you know, like this, like that. No, local. Are you still a part of the channel memberships or not? It's that you got to be like a current. Like I don't want to. I hate being this kind of guy, but that's just the way it is. Are you a current member? Or did you? If you threw a donation in, oh, it expired. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's got to be current. I hate to be that guy, man, but it's got to be current. It's just the way it works. It's the way I run it. It's just the rules of the trade. All right, we got Adam Selby here. With the 10 buckaroos. All right, let's get on here. Relic 9 cup. Andrew, we're not going to Relic 9 cup. We know the drill. All right, 9 million GP. Wow, okay. Yeah, Jack will make. Yeah, Jack will do enough. Jack has done enough for the rest of the year. Listen, this charity is far more important than any money that goes to me. It's just that is a far more important cause than anything else I will ever do in my streams. No, Relic 9 Cup, guys, is not going to happen. Of all the Relic 9s that I would do, Relic 9 Cup is like one of the last ones. Mahiro, don't even start with me. All right, so we've got Adam here. So Adam's missing the finisher piece on Ray. I'm assuming that's probably Chirotech. So are we waiting on Chirotech there? But otherwise, you've got these GLs, which is good. All Zetaed out, all Ultimate out. That is very good to see. So now, okay, so we do not have Ben Solo yet. You don't. How close are you to Ben Solo, Adam? Because that would be a big. That'd be a big boost to the Ray. Especially, I'm just looking at your galactic power. I think you'd want Ben Solo sooner rather than later. Again, just thinking out loud, right? Just trying to be that voice of like, yeah, you know, that would probably be a good thing. Okay, we're a long ways away from Lord Vader. Buying him with conquest stuff, okay. So, after Rey, we've got to get... I'm assuming you're going for Leia. With the Relic 3 Akbar, I would assume we're going to go for Leia here, right? Is that on the horizon? Are we thinking about Leia now, or are we more thinking of going for something like... I guess we can't really get Leviathan yet. We're a long way with Sith Fighter looking like that. Ooh, we could use a few more. Are we farming some ships here? Like, I'm looking like Emperor's Shuttle could be a big one for you. I'm just, again, when I talk, I'm talking from the sense of, like, I'm at your GP getting Bad Batch or Leia. If you're going to do one or the other, I would say Leia, because they probably take as much Kyrotech as your, like, Scout Trooper would. Another character that could really help you, Adam, would be Iden. You've got TIE Defender at 7-star, so getting Iden to relic levels, even if it's a mediocre relic level like 3, will still make the TIE Defender a force to be reckoned with. And then, again, you can use Scout Trooper with her, and that makes the, you know, Wampa counter almost impossible. But I think Leia would be a better bet than Lord Vader right now. I think that Leia will do far more for you with where you're at with the Bad Batch. I think Leia's a more solid option. All things considered, right? But again, Rey and Ben Solo taking priority. Like, Rey first priority, Ben second priority, and then we start working on Leia, right? Then you really start going all in on Leia. Because Rey without Ben is decent, but, like, I don't think I can't remember the last time I lost a Rey, like a Starkiller versus Rey, where Ben Solo wasn't around. You know what I mean? Like, Ben Solo just he can make enough of a difference to stop that team, or make it more difficult. Because without Ben Solo there, I can kill Rey before she ever hits ultimate. It's actually kind of annoying sometimes. I, like, lose banners in the Rey fight because it's too easy and I can't call in my ultimate ability. So, you know, there is that aspect. Otherwise, man, I would say that with your galactic power, I mean, eventually you've got to start planning around Lord Vader. But I would definitely start thinking about building your Empire fleet up a little bit to be able to better counter the Leviathan. So get the TIE Defender up. You're going to need the Scythe. So do some things like that, and I think you'll be really, really in good shape. So that would be my big advice here, is, you know, focusing on Leia before Lord Vader, but also making sure that we're kind of starting to build out some of these fleets that you need for the off-meta, and the Empire being, like, the cream of the crop of the best, you know, off-meta fleet in the game right now. So that would be my advice there. I think that's going to get you that'll be your golden ticket. Yeah, the Empire fleet can counter. You can split your like. Just think, you can split the Empire fleet to counter both Executor and Profundity. A neutral Anakin? I doubt it. I doubt they'll make a neutral Anakin. I very much love this mod on Rey. Not the hugest fan here because there's no health or yeah, dude, if you're struggling with Leviathan, the Empire counter is pretty good. I'd say it's pretty good. I don't hate this mod because it's got really good defense percent. But I would try to maybe get a little bit more health on Rey. If you once you get her, obviously the relic levels will be able to see a lot more. Otherwise, man, I think you're in good shape, right? Like you've got enough to keep you working towards the right stuff. So, yeah, I think Rey Ben is definitely priority. And then from there, I think we maybe start thinking about Leia and or some of those other fleets to really start increasing our overall viability. So that's the ticket here, Adam. So we got through, I think that's me caught up with super chats, right? I got everybody who did it. Justin, did you want to... Oh! Darth Zephyr. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, another one, man. Jeez. You are way too kind, my friend. This, I cannot tell you, guys, just like what that, you know, what that means. Yeah, I text my wife to be like, hey, I need you to go throw this on like our credit card so we can, you know, get it into Schreiber tonight. And I like it just every time she's more and more surprised, more and more taken away at just how generous you guys are. And it's you know, the very, very, very soft spot of my heart is there that's, you know, Dad, and just, yeah. I mean, I got like, you know, I gotta be careful. I'm gonna break down on stream. Darth Zephyr, happy to support a great cause. Hope everyone is having a great night. Man, it's a, you know, it's a great day, right? You know, it's a great day. It's a day that, you know, we get to support a organization that has completely changed my daughter's life for good. Yeah, it's completely changed her whole trajectory in life. Give me one moment here. Darth Zephyr, why don't you drop your ally code or drop someone's code that you want me to absolutely, like, eviscerate them? All right, so you go ahead. You drop that, and I will be, like, eviscerate, do whatever I need to do to satisfy that. Because, man, like, I cannot, you know, supporting a cause like this. You guys know this is what the stream is all about. So give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. And we'll get back into doing more reviews, eviscerating, and whatever else we want to do. Those donating obviously get to dictate the most of what I do. Yeah, somebody throw it. Hey, Zephyr, if you have a friend that you want me to eviscerate, you let me know. And I am more than happy to do that. Alright, so let's see here. Okay. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys, I'm making my, Mahir, I'm going to punch you the next time I see you. I'm going to punch you, Mahir. A Relic 9 Cup cannot happen, okay, guys? My guild, I will literally get booted from my guild. Alright, hold on, guys. Vince, I went to Messiah. No, dude, I still go to Messiah. I graduated from school I graduated in 2016. Graduated 2016, so it's been a little bit since I've been at Messiah. Been a little bit. Yeah, been a little bit since I've been there. Okay, let's get here. Come on, thing, should have updated. There we go. Tasty Teddy, how we doing? Guys, I am thinking about the platoons, and I'm still more so thinking about how my guild will kill me. Tell us about my time at Messiah. Gosh, yeah, what a crazy time it was. That's when my time at Messiah is when I met Mahiro. So Mahir, you better be thankful that I went there. It's the only reason I met you. So you should be thankful for that. All right. Thoughts on classical music? Alright, Darth Zephyr, first roster review ever for you. Well, let's see. Hopefully I can live up to the expectations and any hype. Alright, so let's start with the ships. You've got Executor. Awesome. Next thing I would say we get here, need to get your Malevolence. Let's get your Malevolence. You've got your Separatist ships ready. Got your Separatist ships ready, which is good. So I'm okay with most of your relic levels, yes. I'm okay with a lot of these relic levels. I would say the one thing I'm looking at that's kind of cause for concern, only Gear 12 Cad Bane does make the finalizer counter far easier. It makes some of those off-meta counters far easier. But I also see, so here's the big thing. Alright, how many of the packs did we get? Okay, so we didn't do any of those yet. That's fine. Okay, so he's Relic 7, and he needs to be Relic 7, and your Palpatine's done. We still need those characters here. All of them need to be Relic 7, which is crazy. And Stick Ray does as well. Okay, so... yeah, you grabbed all the bundles. All right, so that explains the Star Killer. So you're much closer to... so you're closer to Kylo in the sense of relics. How close are you to Kylo in the sense of ships? How many more shards of the shuttle do you need? Because if you don't need that many more shards of shuttle, let's ram to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren while we work on those finishing touches for Rey. Because you could... but the problem is you need Finalizer, so you don't even have the Finalizer yet. Man, yeah, that is a big... it's such a big problem for people. You don't have the Finalizer. So you're technically closer to Rey because you can start farming the Radis. And you need 4 Relic 7s for Rey, but one of them is Relic 5. Man, this is a tough one. So here's what I would say you could do. Start hoarding your relics. You need 40 shuttle shards, so you're probably looking at a month. So in a month, you can start farming the Finalizer. So here would be my thought process. I would start saving relic materials, everything else, right? I would not be equipping any gear, anything else to anyone. So if you have crystals saved up for Finalizer and you want to spend them on the Finalizer, that's fine. But the other thing I would say that you could do, save all your gear, save all your relics. And as you're closing into that place where you're like, okay, am I going to get one of them earlier than the other? Like, if you're going to get your Finalizer first, may as well go there, right? May as well go get Kylo. But if you've saved up all the resources you need to finish your Resistance farm, if you've got all these characters, you're like, hey, there's not really much more I need to do here. I've got all these guys ready to go. You could start Rey, and you'd be fine. So, like, I think if you start saving up a little bit, start hoarding the gear, hoarding the relics, and you find that you're going to finish Rey far sooner than you would finish Kylo, I would go straight into Rey. And then, obviously, afterwards, you get whatever Galactic Legend you didn't get first. So, I would definitely say that would be my plan for you. Are you planning on doing a lot of refreshes for the Finalizer? Not judging, I'm just asking the question. Otherwise, I like this spread of Omicrons that I'm seeing. I like the spread of Omicrons I'm seeing a lot. I think your gear is where it should be. Like, I haven't seen a single character yet that I wouldn't say I understand why they were geared. Because even, like, Mace Windu, I'm looking at Mace Windu, but I'm like, you could use Mace Windu with your, Starkiller team, and he'd probably be better than old Ben would be. Yeah. I like this. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I think you're in a good spot. We definitely have to get Rey. and Kylo. I think you'll probably be able to get Rey before you could get Kylo. Unless you spent crystals to get the finalizer. But you could also spend those crystals and get the Radis. So, like, you can get Rey sooner than you can get Kylo, if I'm being completely honest. But if you went for one or the other, like, I think you'll be okay. But you need to get both of them first. Get both of them while... The way you have to look at these packs, guys, I was trying to say this earlier, couldn't really get it out of my mouth the way I wanted to. The money you spent on the bundles automatically loses value the longer you don't have that GL in your roster. The longer you don't have the GL in your roster, the less that money made a difference, because over time you would have accumulated those resources. So I just want to throw that out there, you know. But Zephyr, yeah, I think you get Rey, I think you get Kylo. Depending on whatever order you want to do, I think you're okay, but those need to be your two biggest priorities right there. And then after them, like I said, you know, you're going to be in this Zeta deficit, so start increasing some relic levels or gear levels on characters you've already invested in. That would be the goal there. That's the big goal. All right, so I got that one done as well. All right, so now, yeah, GLs now are even more important than they ever have been too. So that's playing a big factor in us getting getting that done. Wow, guys, yeah. So, how many channel members are left in here? I'm just trying to gauge how much longer I need to stay online tonight. My wife's got a wedding tomorrow that she has to go work, so I'm trying to gauge how long I need to stay on tonight. Again, I'm here for you guys. You know, I planned this stream. I'm here for you. Oh, I'm not saying that it wasn't good value. I'm saying that it loses value. I'm not saying that it's still not going to be good value if you did nothing with them in 6 months. But you want to capitalize on what you did now, right? You want to capitalize on them now. Swept Yeti, would you like any of you guys, channel members, if you guys want a roster review, drop the code so I can see it. You guys know the drill. Or just like general questions. I'm here for that too. I'm here for you guys. I might do another tier of the Leia. I might do another tier 1 of the Leia event while we're at it. Somebody remind me to switch my mods back around too. I'm gonna have to do that. Which ones are on right now? Let's make sure it's at this protection. Okay. All right, Swept, I will get to you in a second here. Let's do this. Let's keep going here. Okay. Stun. Darn it. Okay, it's fine. Their defense is actually kind of like nutso when you think about it. Okay, keep us under stealth here. Throw this out. Oh, yeah, dude. I got to do my Reva. I got to do combat missions tomorrow and everything. When do I think the new Lightspeed bundles will come out? Honestly, I don't know. I would say that they'll probably be out around, if I had to make a real, like, solid, like, hey, like, this is what I would think, I would say expect Christmas time. Like, right before Q4 ends, they'll come out. You know, hey, you know, they'll get all the 10-year-olds to say, "Mommy, mommy, go buy me this pack so I can get, you know, profundity or whatever it is." Because we all know that's exactly what they're trying to capitalize on. So I think for this, you want to. The first time I did this event, Yami, I found that R2 almost died. And if you lose R2D2, you fail the mission. So you kind of need to keep them both alive. So you can spread their damage out far better this way. And there we go. Yeah, I find it's far easier to spread their damage out than it is to kind of keep R2 out the whole time. When I kept R2 out the whole time, he was almost dead every single time. Where in these ones, like, he still had so much protection left. So I think I like the play of kind of keeping him out of stealth. So let me switch my mods back before I forget, because I will 1000% forget. Oops. Oh my god. One too many sodas here. Keep misclicking. Ah, that felt good. Okay. If I had a choice to remove a character or a ship from the game, what would it be? I'd remove Leia right now. Leia is so friggin' annoying. I can't stand Leia. No, if I had to pick a serious one, honestly, I'd say I'd remove Leviathan. I think Leviathan is just, like, the... Leia, at least, there's probably... I haven't done a Leia mirror match yet, so I should hold my tongue on that. But, like, nothing is worse to me than the Leviathan mirror match. Like, it's just such a stupid, such a stupid mirror match. There's too much of, like, oh, if you go first, you automatically win. Like, I cannot stand how stupid the Leviathan mirror match is. Because there's not skill. If you really play it in its truest form, you're just like, hey, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. There's no skill involved in that fight. There isn't. Yeah. I feel very strongly about that. That, like, there's just no skill involved in that Leviathan fight. Alright, let's get to Swept Yeti here. I know he dropped his ally code, my friend. Let's get you, Swept Yeti. Alright. So. Oh, the GAC. I'll have to show you guys how the GAC matchup ended after this. It wasn't pretty. I mean, I wouldn't say I tried very hard at all. But yeah, it wasn't pretty. Alright, Swept, are we still... So we're going for Executor here. Right. Going for Executor. I like your first two relics. That's very, very, very smart. Both of those relic decisions are the best two starting relics. Only thing I would say next is I would get at least Zeta No Escape for Vader. I would have done that before, definitely Kanan. So I would prioritize Vader's other unique Zeta. You're working on Boba right now. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, Boba's good. I'm glad to see that a lot of your Gear 12 characters are, I'm glad to see that you're not like equipping gear over on these sides. Like up here and here, I get it. But that you've done a good job managing your gear, that you're not throwing extra stuff. I mean, Geo Soldier is not looking pretty, but that I think you've probably corrected that. Probably heard me talk about it. Done a good job of keeping those gears, like unequipped to be able to put them on the characters that are actually going to make a difference to your roster. Gonna need to remod him too, yeah. I mean, that's not a bad mod though. It's not got great secondaries outside of the speed, but like there's no need to slice this mod anymore. You just leave it like this and it's still a good mod. It's 18 speed on offense percent. Who doesn't love that? Health percent, that's a great mod. This is another very good mod here. Speed, crit chance, offense on a crit damage mod with health percent. I mean, that's a solid mod for Boba Fett. I like that. I mean, that needs work, but that's fine. That's not horrible. It's the I go back and forth on if I think the offense percent and crit damage mod like this is better or vice versa. They both kind of have their purposes. It's a serviceable mod, right? That one's okay. Not a lot of speed on it. And that one's, you know, I would hesitate taking that to 60, but it's worth, you know, a 5-dot mod for 30 speed. Otherwise, swept. I would say we're in, you know, you're in good territory. That's an okay mod. That's an okay mod. Yeah, like, I think what I like to see is that you at least have these thought processes for what the character should be modded as. Like, that's not a great mod for Bosk, but that's a great mod for other players, for other characters, right? I'm not the biggest fan of the defense, but again, it's fine. This one's good. That's a fantastic mod. Yeah, I mean, I think, excuse me, as you continue to grow, you'll see your mods get better and better. Like, this is a pretty good mod. This is good. It's got offense percent, crit chance, speed. That's a good mod there on that crit damage. So I think, like, overall, you've got a good general concept with modding. It's just getting there in the end. Overall, good stuff. Good stuff, Swept. I think we're... Your Vader mods aren't great. Let's see what your Vader mods are. That's a good mod. Offense, health, at speed, that's a good mod. This is very good. That's not definitely the greatest. So, it's okay. The issue is no offense percent on the secondary on a crit damage set. They kind of go hand in hand. That's a brilliant mod. Absolutely brilliant. This one's not bad. Excuse me, sorry. Ugh. And that one's good enough. I mean, I think your mods are okay on Vader. I don't think they're as bad as you think. You've definitely got some mods on him that are good, and that's better than a lot of the player base can say at times. So, I like that. Yeah. I think Swept, I seriously think you just got to keep pushing. If you keep pushing, we're going to make it there. You'll get that Executor, and your account's just going to take off. Man. All right, so it is past midnight. Wow. Yeah, the triangle's not great, man, but again, you know, if we look at some of the mods that I've sliced up over the years, we'd be asking some very similar questions. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry. So someone asked me, I saw if I haven't done the new raid yet. My guild hasn't had a chance to do the new raid. We had finished the crate raid, and now we're moving on to the new speeder bike raid, whatever. I will do a full video where I give you guys my thoughts on this. So, stay tuned for that. Kind of just waiting until my guild can actually do it. As far as how did my GAC go against that guy I got matched up with, obviously we lost. Let's just see if this guy did anything yet. I'm not sure. Nope. Okay. Oops. Let's go to round 1. I'll say this. I was pretty proud of a couple of things. So, my Ray team held. Which was really good. Right? That was a brilliant hold for me. Now, it was only JTR standing at the end, but still, that's 20 banners in my pocket, right? That's the way I look at that. That's 20 banners. Jabba held a battle. So, and again, you got to remember, this is the 8th largest account in the game that I went up against. So, the fact I got holds, even against his off-meta counters, gives me a lot of hope that the players that I would have to come up against who are around my GP level will struggle against my defense if the 8th largest account in the game is dropping banners. And then my Riva held, but then look at this team down here. This is something I've been placing while I'm waiting for my Leia farm to come around. So it's got the Drogon Kron. I mean, Drogon doesn't have any Zetas or stuff, but it's got the Drogon Kron. Decent amount of defense on it. I'm curious to see how this team continues to perform. I have a feeling it will catch people out simply because, like, I threw Captain Rex in there to stop any Wampa. Right, that will stop Wampa there, so. You know, overall, yeah, it was the 8th largest account in Galaxy of Heroes. Really nice player. I messaged him, told him, like, hey, man, you know, like, you're an awesome guy. Super jealous of your account. So, I tried General Skywalker up here for kicks and giggles, and it didn't work at all. Because there's no Commander Tano. She's down here. This raid team was just brutal to get through. This was really hard. I was able to kill Commander Tano, and I just couldn't get Ben out. But I did only try SLKR. Like, it wasn't like I was trying a Galactic Legend there, right? And then, oh yeah, he did have this team. This is the one team I actually beat. I used Commander Luke against this team down here, but oh my gosh, it was horrible banners. I think it was like 61 banners. They were just, Leia was very scary in this team. Leia arguably could have soloed my team. So yeah, that was a really, really solid win. Like for, I mean, obviously for him, but like getting through that team, it was a nice learning curve for me, right? And then I was curious how fast, if my Gideon could outrun his Zori team over here, and I could not. So, I mean, again, this guy, there's nothing in his count below Relic 7. You know, it was a crazy, crazy battle for me to be up against a guy like that, but it was cool to see. He admitted that he fell in Grand Arena because he forgot to join. So that was the reason he was in Kyber 2. He's like, yeah, I just forgot to join. He's like, I'm not dropping down here to purposely beat accounts like you. And I was like, oh, dude, because I asked him, I was like, hey, like, why are you in Kyber 2? Like, because I said, I'm like, it had to have been, like, that you were intentionally here, right? That, like, there's a reason why you're here. Like, you're not a bad player. There's no way you get into a guild like that. And so that's when he said that. It made a lot of sense. But anyway, guys, that was my Grand Arena. So, obviously, it has been a crazy, crazy night tonight. You guys were beyond. Look at wow. I didn't even realize that. Look at how Kind of took over there a little bit. You guys have been beyond generous tonight. Truthfully. From the bottom of my heart, from my wife to my daughter, we are so humbled and honored for everyone to have, donated like you did to make a day like this happen. It's been a long road with Harper, and to see you guys come together today and donate to where she's been going for the past almost 4 years has been incredible. I really appreciate it, guys. You all I have the best subscribers in the world. I might not have the most, but I have the best, and that's every single one of you guys. So thank you for joining me tonight. Again, you guys know the drill. Subscribe for more content like this. The Discord is linked down below. Members, if you got a membership gifted to you tonight, if you join the memberships, you know the drill. You join the Discord, tag a moderator if you don't know how to do it, but you can link your account from Discord to YouTube, and you will automatically join the members section of the Discord to be able to have a little bit more access to me. I am always in there. You guys are just amazing. I love all of you. I really appreciate everything that you did tonight. I hope you appreciated the roster reviews. I love all you. May the force be with you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.